people. Happy Friday. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. I didn't tell you today's date is the 8th of March. P.S. Should we introduce ourselves?
It's your boy, 6 foot plus of pure temptation, Big Mouse from the east side of the bridge. Good morning.
Morning, people. As always, your favorite shade queen, my own royalty.
Hello.
Hello, hi.
I have nothing else to say.
It's funny how you have your glasses.
I was about to say.
When your hat. You probably don't even know it.
I don't think she cooked.
Proper F.
I don't care. I wasn't on it.
Yeah.
Shame. Sorry.
Never mind.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer, news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
That's right. And as you guys know, Brent, with his laughter, is definitely in here.
Morning. I'm blessed and highly favored. Thank you very much. Good morning, Jen and Jess. Good morning, David NL. Good morning, Davina. Good morning, Mary K. I think it's the
Oh,
first
not
time
Mary
we've-
Kay. That's the
you've seen
throwback.
She's not normally in the chat. Welcome. Please stay.
It's Mary Kay and Ashley.
No, Mary Kay, the makeup. Before Avon was Mary Kay. Mary Kay is the OG
I even think it's Marie.
door-to-door
It's
sales.
Marika.
It's Marie.
Yeah,
Oh, that's all good.
yeah, Marie K. Starcrow.
Okay.
Cindy A. Loch Ness. Carrie Ann, Iron B. Everest. Steph. Bassi. Amy Snow Globe. Crod Crow. Hermelin. Zola. And Akuya Yeboah. Good morning, everybody. Happy
Morning,
to see
people.
beautiful Gina's face.
I hope you guys are doing well and you're feeling great this lovely Friday. How are you guys doing in the room?
I'm all right, you know.
Yeah?
Oh, there's drama getting in there. All the roads was locked off. I think someone crashed.
What was it? The way people were driving this morning, to be honest, when they crashed into me, and one thing about me, sorry, but if you think I'm going to be scared moving out the way, only one of us scared to die and it's not me. So, yeah. So, yeah, it's just that.
What is your road rage saying? Everybody in the room. I was on the phone to somebody yesterday, right? It's a man, right?
Gosh, yeah.
And he, in his youth, he was on road,
Yeah.
right? And he has a temper, only because he had to protect himself on the road, right?
Yeah.
But now he's older. He's got a family, right? And he was driving. He was talking to me, right? And whilst he was talking to me, he started cussing the person behind. Like he completely forgot that he was talking to me. And then he stopped listening to me.
Because he was that angry.
Yeah. And he was like, hey, I might stop the car and get out. I'm thinking, you have a family.
That's the thing with rage. It's scary though. Rage is scary.
You can get out, right? And you can find out that the person
Yeah.
is better than you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You can also
you wouldn't
get
know.
out
Yep.
and find out the person isn't better than you. And let's say the person takes something out, you might grab from the person, and you might kill the person, and you might go to jail off the back
It's
of.
a whole thing. And you offer little minor traffic. But people, I really feel like there's a lot of, I'll think about it this morning. There's definitely a lot of spirits that's roaming in the roads. But like the devil's working hard. I feel like that's why people want his after sex. That's his other big department. Like he's stocks and shares in the road rage department. Because I don't know what it is. People just get you angry so quickly. But I've
Roadside
learned
demons.
to breathe.
Roadside demons. I think that's
Roadside
a thing.
demons, 100%.
That's the thing.
And then they're not on the roadside.
Nope.
Sometimes they're the ones driving the vehicle. It's crazy. It's interesting though, because it is that. My uncle drives with a bat in his car. One time he blocked off the Blackwall Tunnel to address the situation. And mum was like, do you know how far this could have gone?
you're in the
for this
car?
whole thing? Huh?
You're in a car.
I was not in the car. I couldn't be in the car for stuff like that. I don't like aggression and violence and stuff like that. That makes me very uncomfortable. But no, road rage can get very, very extreme very quickly. I cuss people when I'm in the car. I would say I've gotten a lot better, 100% a lot better, because I'm now aware that is a spirit. And I'm very aware as well. I keep saying I can't go to jail. And I'm very aware of how quickly it can escalate. I've talked about how I wanted to follow somebody all the way to their destination. Like go out of my way to follow them to the destination because they got me that angry. But then I always thank God, the Holy Spirit catches me very quickly. Because again, to what end? And this could really go left very quickly. And when I say goes left, like me hurting somebody and having to deal with the consequences for the rest of my life, yeah, it's not worth it.
Is it the fact that the hygiene in there is not good? It's not up to your standard.
What,
That's why you don't want to go to
Yeah, I
jail.
just feel like, what's the toilet saying? And
Okay.
the shower's hot.
Isn't it regulated in jail?
Is what?
The
It
showers. Is it
it
hot
Do
water?
they have
regulated?
hot showers or cold showers?
depends what jail you're in.
Whilst you're banged up.
Depends what, even in winter. Oh, that's in, yo, they got to protest.
It depends what jail you're in. Some
Even
shower-
in winter.
Yeah.
Okay, but is the heating on all the time in jail? Is it hot in jail? Like, you know when you go when you go to hospitals, it's consistently hot in there. Is it
depends.
like that in jail?
It depends what jail you're in.
So that's part of the punishment. Cold.
It depends. Yeah, if you're in like an old jail and that, and the facilities are bad, and
You know, I've got goosebumps because I'm cold. Just I thought of this. Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, I'm a comfort babe.
it's just what you think it'd be like. It's cold in the winter and hot in the summer, but
Sounds like a warehouse.
just like what
Mate,
you'd
yeah, it's like a
expect.
warehouse. Yikes.
Just
You
like
ever
you'd
jumped out
expect.
your car before?
What, to fight someone? No, it's an idiot thing. 'Cause if I jump out, I'm gonna punch them up.
Well, he's got pennies there.
Yeah, I do have pennies to throw. I have pennies, and I'm contemplating going to get stink bombs and stuff
Okay.
for civilians.
Sticking for civilians.
Yeah, because I can't throw the pennies. I throw the pennies at the cars to chip paintwork in it.
Okay, for
And,
civilians, you
and
said
crack windows. I can't throw the pennies at civilians because I'm gonna get in trouble. It's like GBH or something like that. But if I get stink bombs, then I can douse them in stink.
and you don't think that's assault.
Huh?
you don't think that's a crime. I think you might get less time with the pennies. Than
No.
Stink bomb. That
You're
100%.
gonna
That
throw
is
bronze in
assault.
someone's forehead from a moving vehicle.
A forehead, the skull. Oh baby, you're getting got. You open and close case. What? the forehead? No, but road rage is very. I don't know, man.
I just cuss. Like, I do.
Yeah,
just,
I just cuss in my car. I start speaking Yoruba out of nowhere.
yeah, I cuss a lot.
Call you
still.
everything.
I cuss like a lot of bad words.
But you know how bad it can get? Like sometimes, like, because you know sometimes I'm listening to sermons. I'm listening to like I'm worshiping, and in between my worship, someone would do something, and I'm cussing them. And I'm like, oh,
Pause.
I'm like, sorry God, like I didn't really. It's embarrassing, man. Yeah, but I'm actively, intentionally being a lot calmer now. And I just let things go. So I'm not gonna care in like 2 minutes. So
You've never gotten out your car, have you, Gina?
No,
Okay.
no, Gina can get tapping throats. No,
I wouldn't get out because it's long.
it's just long. Go on, buckle your seatbelt.
It's like, do you know what I think
Whole
it
thing.
is? Especially because I'm now I've got here, I have to go the full. Like I can't stop in my tracks.
Yeah, you
I
can't.
have to commit to the cause.
I saw a video the other day of that, and this guy probably jumped out of his car and whatnot. Thought he was big and bad. Then when another person jumped out, it was like that. It was like, oh,
Yeah, I'll still have to punch you. I'd rather take the beat.
yeah. I'd rather take a beating.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna back down. Sorry.
So
Shame.
I just wouldn't do it.
I feel like you got to start on business. Even if that business means you're knocked the heck out. You got to do what you got to do, man.
Wow.
What am I going to say? Sorry. After I came up with all that vim. Honey. To be fair, saying sorry is a mature thing to do, actually. Therapists will want you to do that, say sorry. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get into Spotify comments. So, CBB10 says, it's so hard to listen to Iman's... Oh, Iman. It's so hard to listen to Iman's takes on Nigeria, Yoruba land, etc. So loud and wrong, and no one corrects because they also don't know. Come on, enter the room. Can you let us know then? Let us know.
Oh, and that's all they left.
That's it. Let us know what parts.
Yeah, it's a little cheeky just to leave that,
Nonsense.
because it doesn't.
It doesn't address anything.
Yeah.
What parts are wrong? So let us know, CBB, what parts are wrong, what parts aren't, and your thoughts. We're very open to it. You can actually send an email as well.
Yeah, sometimes when it is that you ask them to actually speak. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Everybody on mute. It's just a PS, isn't it? Iman. Okay, never mind actually. So Shayi also says, Shayi345 says, great work. I just saw Iman, I just thought, gosh. But no, it says, great work as always. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I agree with Iman. Asking for a friend and understand his religious views makes sense. So Sheyi understands your religious views, probably because Sheyi worships the same deities you do.
Big up Shay, my Yoruba
Not
brother.
you and Sheyi being temple worshippers. The whole works. Curtis Jackson. Morning, Curtis. Curtis says, Esther smile is a great start to my day. With that said, boo, Esther and Brent. No, he said boo, Esther and Brent. Tomatoes house. What did he do?
Keep reading.
Marks and E-Man gang. The white man lied on MJ. Oh, Curtis.
You know what I'm saying?
Curtis, let this be the last time
He's
you
a
write
wise man.
Let this be the last time you address me. And it says, Esther, this is the equivalent of your man converting to Islam for me. You know what, Curtis? Yeah, man. I think our relationship has ended as quickly as it started. That's just that. It was nice the 1 week. This is the quickest talking stage I've ever had. This is wonderful. But big up all of you that left comments. Yeah, you're always welcome. I think does Spotify have character limits?
Probably does.
So I feel like if you want to, so for example, like CBB, he said, you know, Iman's takes on Yoruba, blah, 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 wrong, blah, blah, blah. If you always want to give us more information, you're more than welcome to DM the day after page, the day after TMB, or send an email the day after at thenewblack.com. We're always
Or you can
open.
join the Discord and actually
Or you could do that too.
be bold enough to face Emmanuel in a back and forth.
That's true. He doesn't reply that often, so you win for a while until he gets back. Until he gets back to you. But yes, join the Discord as well the day after TN. Everything about us is the day after TMB. TMB is the new black.
And FYI,
FYI.
anybody talking to me about Michael Jackson, I already put the link I was talking about in
No, but you know they won't see it.
Well, they're deliberately not seeing it, you mean?
This is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
They wouldn't see it. The same way they didn't see it the first time. Now the other believers who are in the same group as them don't see it.
Never mind.
People are mindful that people are just spreading propaganda and fake news. You get what I'm trying to say? You don't want to ingest nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
But I understand why people don't see it because I never saw it.
It's the same way you don't see your kid in Neverland. I hear it. I absolutely hear it.
I don't see him there
I
either.
don't see it.
I don't see it. So yeah, you might be
so
onto
done.
something.
Oh gosh, I think is today International Women's Day. Today. All right. Well, happy International Day to me and Gina and all the amazing women.
Pick up all the women's.
Oh, shut up. And all the women. And all the women in the chat, all the women in the world, all that great stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I got one more thing that I wanted to say. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember the topic we were talking about? I think it was on Wednesday about subjects being tailored for certain groups.
Oh yeah.
And you asked the question of, are there any subjects that only specific groups of people have to take?
Yeah.
Right. So Jay, the person who gave us this topic, right?
Pick up Jay.
She said in the UAE, and I'm quite confident this extends to the entire Gulf region, all Muslim and Arab students have to study Arabic and Islamic studies until year 13. All other students study a simplified Arabic curriculum and a PSHE subject instead of Islamic studies until year 11, but they drop Arabic in years 12 and 13.
Do you know what that just reminded me of? That's kind of the same in Nigeria, actually. So we all, we all do the subjects, like we do the, we tend to be Igbo and Yoruba, to be fair, in terms of native languages that we learn. Obviously, Hausa can be a bit, but anyways, we learn that, and then when you get to a certain stage, then you do your language. So I'd end up doing just Yoruba, and then if you're Igbo, you will do Igbo.
So if you're Igbo, you have to do it.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
But I
So
think
you learn both first.
yeah, so we learn both first. So you kind of learn the basics, all that kind of stuff, and then we get to the point where you can drop it. Of course, if you're exceptionally great at it, I don't know, maybe you can speak to school and whatever, but you do end up doing your own language and stuff. That's
So
actually,
it could potentially work then. If certain groups need it more than others, then why
But
not?
what was our example though? It wasn't to do with languages, though, was it? It was to do with history. It was to do with like
no,
black
just anything.
history.
We're talking about anything. So, for example, I think I gave the example of like black families and how the highest rate percentage-wise single mother parenthood. You know what I'm trying to say? Single mothers.
Yeah, Brennan's clearing his throat because he said you haven't brought the stats. You ain't brought receipts.
I'll look for it. But yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So let's just say there was a subject called family planning, and they would to target us, right? Let's just say they, yeah. But yeah, they were meant to target us, yeah. like that would kind of make sense because you kind of want to bring those who are disproportionately affected by a particular thing up to the level of everybody else, rather than making everybody tackle it. You know what I'm saying? I think we also spoke about how, you know, Chinese people, whatever, who excel in IT.
Oh yeah, and maths and stuff like
maths
that.
and things of that nature. So yeah.
That's interesting. But yeah, okay. Thank you, Jay. Let's get into our headlines.
All right, so headline. The Conservatives and Labour have been accused of conspiracy of silence over the scale of spending cuts or tax rises by an influential think tank. Tough decisions would need to be made following the next election. This is according to the Institute of Fiscal Studies. Chancellor Jeremy Hunt told the BBC that it will be challenging to live within the current spending restrictions. Labour says it will have to make future savings to public spending to fund some of its policies if it wins power. Hope you guys are taking note, right? The state of the economy is under intense focus in the run-up to the general election that must be called before next January. In Wednesday's budget, the Chancellor cut national insurance by 2p and increased child benefit salary thresholds while introducing a new vaping levy and abolishing non-dom tax status. Next thing is, remember we were chatting about how certain countries want to join NATO and this and the third? Well, yeah, over the past 2 years now. Well, Sweden has officially become the 32nd member of NATO after it completed its accession process in Washington. The handover of documents took place at a ceremony 2 years after Sweden applied to join the military alliance following Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. The Swedish Prime Minister, Ulf Kristersson, said that unity and solidarity would be Sweden's guiding lights. Biden also said NATO today is stronger than ever. He went on to say that NATO stands more united, determined, and dynamic, adding that together with our newest ally, Sweden, NATO will continue to stand for freedom and democracy for generations to come. And the last headline, David Cameron, he's basically said that giving Ukraine weapons will help bring peace and not escalate the war. So he said that, well, to help forge peace, he said that basically that it will help to forge peace, right? So the UK Foreign Secretary also was speaking on a trip to Berlin less than a week after leaked top-secret military call exposing internal tensions about Germany's support for Kiev. Germany is under growing international pressure to provide Taurus missiles to Ukraine, despite reluctance from Olaf Scholz's government. In apparent words of encouragement to Berlin, the UK Foreign Secretary said, "Of course, there's the question what we can do in terms of medium and long-range missiles, and I just make this point that it's a sovereign decision for every country. But in terms of what Britain has done, I know that what we have given to the Ukrainians have helped them to resist this appalling invasion and to fight back against Russian aggression." But the German Chancellor, Olaf Scholz, has repeatedly refused requests to allow the use of missiles in Ukraine because he argues it would involve putting German troops on Ukrainian soil. There are also concerns in Germany that the missile's 500-kilometer range means that they could be used to strike mainland Russia, escalating the conflict and making Germany a party to the war. So yeah, that's the situation that's going on over there, man. That's it for the headlines.
All right, let's get into what you're saying topic of the day.
All right. So today's topic of the day, I don't know if this will be a controversial one. I don't think it will be, but I feel like it'll be good to definitely speak about this, because obviously this is what's going on. This is the sentiment in government, or at least certain groups within government are trying to push this anyway. So we don't know how this will be disseminated amongst the people. But according to the government's counter-extremism commissioner, Mr. Robin Simcox, right, he has said that London has become a no-go zone for Jews. During wait, let me at least be specific. During the weekend, it's not all the time, but during the weekend, right?
What's happening Monday to Friday?
There's no
working.
pro-Palestine. There's no pro-Palestine marches.
Oh, okay. Did I have one every weekend?
Pretty much. Yes. So this is basically what he says. So I'll read a bit of the article. He said, basically, Robin Simcox urged ministers to be bolder and be willing to accept higher legal risk when tackling extremism. Last week, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak warned in a speech of forces trying to tear the country apart. And this same guy, Mr. Simcox, who was writing in Telegraph, said that Mr. Sunak had been right to point to an increase in extremist disruption. He said that he now needed the policies to meet the scale of the challenge. What do you guys think about that? Do you feel like what he's saying could be inflammatory, he's starting something here, he has an agenda here, or he's legit voicing the concerns of a particular group who seems like everything's against him on the weekends.
If he's voicing the concerns of the group, then that's fair. But I think that a lot of politicians, what it appears now is that they're using that as they're just using it for their own selfish reasons. I don't actually think they care necessarily about what any groups are going through. It just feels as though they're using it, that there's something that they can gain from it. I'm not sure exactly what it is yet, but they're trying to gain something from it.
It sounds cute, but are there like real no-go zones
It sounds cute.
in London? No, like it does, but are there real no-go zones right there?
Nah, not unless I saw like Hell's Angels, you know.
Can you think of experience of examples
As in, for Jews?
for anybody, for any demographic?
Yeah.
Where?
In London Fields, there were no-go zones for your ups.
Can't get the stuff, can you, man?
Just can't.
Sorry, this is an
That's
example
the
of a no-go
question.
zone, right?
Huh?
It's an example of a no-go zone,
No,
right?
officially.
No, I don't think that works.
Are you looking at training day and thinking no-go zones like that?
I'm saying like if you're talking about people that have problems and that command different territories, then it makes sense when you wouldn't want to be in someone else's area.
Back in the
That's
day,
not a no-go.
Eltham,
I'm talking
no-go zone
about-
for blacks.
I'm talking about, huh?
Eltham was a no-go zone for blacks. Bermondsey, no-go zone for blacks.
Okay, fair enough. So today I'm saying, because
Is it still in play?
I'm asking you,
What are
where are
younger
the
saying?
no-goes on today?
What are you saying?
What are younger saying? You're stupid.
But that's legit, no?
No, if
Okay.
there's two people from different areas there that have problems, it makes sense why one wouldn't want to be in another's territory. Yeah. What demographic of people, of human beings, are not allowed in a certain areas because of their
You mean legally?
religion? Huh? No, not legally, but it was just where are the no-go zones? Does this thing actually exist? What you're saying? You're saying in Eltham and Bermondsey back in the day,
'Cause of
okay, fair enough,
racism.
because of racism.
Yeah.
I'm saying today,
Is it still in play?
yeah.
Racism? Yeah.
So where the no-go zones because of racism?
I don't know.
So they don't exist then?
That doesn't make sense. I don't know. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Because I didn't see the tree falling in the forest. Didn't mean it didn't fall. Sorry.
Technically.
No. Well, fair enough. Whatever. And is that what you're asking me? Do I know of any racist zones still in play?
I mean, and not even just racism. What else?
Islamophobia,
homophobia.
homophobia, transphobia, all the phobias.
I don't know about the homophobia stuff, but maybe back in the day, Hackney was a no-go zone for.
Yeah, see, but we keep
No, but
saying
this
back in the
is the
day.
back
But we're
in
talking
the
about
day,
today,
talking about
though.
now.
Because they just
I'm
miss-
trying to give an example of a time when it is I remembered it. I
Yeah.
don't live in Hackney.
No, but I feel like back in-
I'm talking to you.
You're an idiot.
I'm talking to you.
This guy's a
Have times changed? Because I keep getting why all the time.
Yeah,
Have
man.
times changed?
I have a controversial thought about that. You don't want to hear it.
Go on.
All that why bun up, all that stuff you don't keep doing. You don't think about dicks more than the gay men. Your man want to stop that.
You nodded your head. I'm gonna clip that. I'm gonna clip that.
Yeah, that's my stuff.
Baby up.
No, that's
Not back me up.
that's my
Do
argument.
what you need to do.
That's my argument that I make to them when they do all that stuff. Why is that where your mind goes straight away? So remember, I don't play the why game.
You definitely do.
I don't. I just laugh at it sometimes, but I don't police my language.
No, first of all, don't you lying right in our faces. What was it? When
I
did
like
you
watching no behavior.
The other day, Loon was talking about, I saw the clip where he was talking about he's hobbied up. You were shouting from rooftops. What are you talking about? You were shouting from the rooftops.
I didn't say anything. Is that on the internet?
Yes, it is. That's how I saw it, yes. I said I didn't say anything. If I had said it wasn't on the internet, he'd be like to say I didn't say anything.
I said I don't police my language.
You're
But you
beating
believe
everyone
others.
else's.
Okay.
You're a joker.
At least you're honest.
You know? That's, if nothing else, child.
Literally.
But back in the car, I think, do you know what it is? I don't know I think if he's speaking, do you know what? If he's part of the community and he's saying then, I will believe it. If he's not, then for me, he's just a politician. He's just doing whatever he's want to do. He sounds like Rishi Sunak, who's investing 50 million in the security. And I think the reason why, because this could be a genuine concern. I mean, I'm yet to see it on social media. And I would have thought social media with like the Jewish community who are on social media would have made it known on social media what the reality is and that's the quickest way to spread information these days. But I feel like the reason why people kind of look at these conversations sideways is because there's been hella racism, Black Lives stuff, Islamophobia, all that stuff that's always happened, and it's never gotten investments in this way for security purposes and whatever else. Instead, when Black Lives Matter protest was happening, all them little white journalists was on these major platforms saying that what's black people protesting for, this is not our problem, this is America's problem. As if they don't know the misogyny that happens in the workplaces and stuff like that. Not misogyny, sorry, the racism and stuff that happens in the workplaces. So, yeah, man, I don't know. I feel like with politicians, they always have an agenda about stuff, so it makes it very difficult to believe them. Personally, I don't believe them, man. Greek says, I still see Bermondsey as a no-go zone for blacks, to be honest. What part?
Bermondsey.
I lived in Bermondsey. Vaughn says, Gina just like she's gonna... Okay. What is wrong with what energy is Vaughn having in the morning? What's in your coffee?
Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. That's how I'm feeling. So you ain't never lied.
No, the lie was told, child.
Well,
yeah.
Sorry, no, go.
And that's it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah. Do you feel like this is something that we have to be mindful of, though? Because, like you said,
Yeah.
to be fair, I'm not too sure if Mr. Robin Simcox is Jewish or not.
Yeah.
I googled it, couldn't find nothing, right? But is this something that we have to be mindful of in terms of how they frame certain things?
100%.
I'll tell you why. Because
Yeah.
no, go on.
Because remember when it happened, when the Israeli attacks happened and stuff like that, and was it Amy Schumer? Because it tends to be her sometimes. She'd be chatting, and she was like, "Oh, I feel so scared to leave my house," and people were like, "What, your mansion with private security and private everything? Like, what are you talking about?" Like, I'm so scared to leave my house. And people were like, you're a celebrity. If you're talking about the average person who's walking up and down New York and whatnot, I can hear that. But ma'am, you are locked away in your mansion and you have private security wherever you go and you're scared for your life right now. Okay. So do you get me? So I feel like, yeah.
But
Yeah.
But saying that though, let me try and see it from her perspective. If for example,
Let Monique hear that. Sorry.
if for example, she genuinely feels like people that are from her ethnic group are being targeted.
Yeah.
Doesn't stand to reason that potentially even a celebrity who will go into normal life, maybe go down particular known areas like in, I don't know, in Miami or wherever the hell she's from, right? Could be basically targeted by some random extremist.
I hear you, but she's not facing the same level of danger like a normal person would be, a non-celebrity would be.
Yeah, cool.
And I think that's what felt like, ma'am. I mean, she doesn't have the best track record either. So I think it was the wrong messenger, really and truly. But again, like, I'm not disputing that there might be safety issues. I'm not arguing against that. That could be. I'm not part of the community, so I wouldn't know. The same way someone who, say I was saying, I don't know, say as a black person I said I don't feel safe, a white person wouldn't be able to say, yes, you do, because they're not part of the community. So I can understand that. However, I just think I just don't trust politicians. All this investing money up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I don't know. And what I've heard as well is the Jewish communities, like where they're based, is mainly Jewish people in there. So who's infiltrating? If anything, there's more numbers of them said if someone wanted to infiltrate and they could get them. So I don't know, man. It's just a bit interesting.
Remember the streets when Saka missed the penalty?
Yes.
Oh, honey.
Everywhere was logo.
What they'll tell you.
Honestly. It was a dangerous
Public,
time.
especially.
It was a dangerous time.
Hey man, I'm a coon.
I'm a coon. But I think white people would have told you back then that you are just being dramatic and it's got nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
But then that was real. And again, I didn't see the politicians, anyone, reprimanding it online. Even when we've had like extremist attacks on the streets and whatnot, I've never seen politicians come out and be like, listen, the Muslim guy that is your neighbor or whatever is not an extremist, so don't do it. I've never seen them push any of that message. The other day, they're doing they invested £1 million into memorial.
Yeah.
But Islamophobia is a continuous thing. We saw a politician be Islamophobic. So I don't know, man. It's difficult. Heather says, morning, Heather. Says, morning, off work today. My first live show in the chat. Big up, Heather.
Big up.
Big up, Heather, every single time.
But the thing is, though,
It's tricky.
So Ben, you just mentioned London being a no-go zone, probably the UK, right? For when Saka unfortunately missed the penalty, right? So are you basically understanding the plight of the Jewish people on weekends?
As in Central, where they're protesting?
Yeah. Or maybe just London as
How
a
can
whole.
you tell if they're Jewish?
What do you mean?
Yeah, the Jewish people wear something that makes you know they're Jewish.
Do they wear a
they
badge
wear the little
like
caps?
I mean,
Ramsey?
Is that
besides maybe the Orthodox Jews, I guess you may not be able to always tell,
Precisely.
innit?
I don't want to like the
Yeah.
ponytails on the side. Not ponytail.
We know what you mean.
It's too late.
Girl.
Fabiel?
Boy, I was gonna say
Not
pigtails,
the
but
But yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to tell if they're Jewish or not, to be honest.
I think if they storm, if it's the Orthodox ones who you can tell by what they're wearing that they are Jewish.
Yeah.
I can understand them feeling away. I feel away sometimes when I walk into certain white spaces in it. Do you get me? I can understand. However, unless they're storming their space, I don't know, man. Black Rob says Jewish community also have their own private police to protect their communities. What did I say? Shomrim?
Nailed it.
Thank you. My eyesight. Yeah, it's just about Shomrim.
Yeah, but I don't know if their private police are following them, escorting them throughout London, innit?
If they've got £50 million in investment, they bloody should be. I should expect one police officer outside every Jewish door, household door. That's what I mean. I expect that.
I ain't gonna say what I'm gonna say.
Don't do it. Finan said it's not the same thing. Their fears are from people showing solidarity with Palestinian people. They're taking the piss.
Okay. Well,
I never thought I'd agree with Finan, but that's a word.
well, like I said, yeah, do you feel like this is something that we have to be mindful of? And I'll tell you why, yeah. Because Mr. Simcott said that the creation of a new definition of extremism, right? Which the BBC
They've created a new definition.
Exactly. Yeah? This new definition of extremism, which apparently, according to the BBC, understands will be set out next week. So from next week...
That was very quick. Quick turnover time.
All right, then.
Quicker than COVID vaccines. Love that.
So this new definition will be rolled out or set out next week. And according to Mr. Simcox, it had a clear purpose and would be used, in his words, to guide future decisions over who the government does and does not engage with and fund. He also said the government already had more power to tackle extremism than it sometimes thinks. He also said, we have not betrayed democracy if extremists are no longer able to operate television channels. And we will not have become an authoritarian state if London is no longer permitted to be turned into a no-go zone for Jews every weekend. All these things and more have become normalized in the UK. So is this the beginning of something where, because obviously certain level, extremism and stuff like this, yeah, this would be like illegal. This is illegal or whatever, right? If we now change the parameters of this particular definition, surely, well, let me not say surely, but potentially could there be certain restrictions or more restrictions placed on certain marches, certain protests?
Oh, 100%.
And is that dangerous now?
I reckon that's what they want to do anyway. I reckon that's what they want to do. They don't like the protests and all that kind of stuff that's happening. I guess the good thing from this one is that hopefully when it is that you got white criminals doing things, going on multiple stabbing sprees and all that kind of stuff, they will now be considered terrorists. Maybe that's the person that would happen, because they've never been considered terrorists. It's always mental health issues. So maybe now they'll be covered under this new and very quick definition.
All right, let's just say this now. Granted, if you're not from a particular community, you may not necessarily be able to, empathize with them or see it from their perspective, right? But put ourselves in that particular boat. If we feel as though people are protesting, like they have the right to do so, and this is against something that, I don't know, kind of constrains us, restricts us in some type of way, do you feel like we have a right to, I guess, talk about this and say that London's a no-go zone for us? Or do you feel like we would basically be taking this overboard?
If we said London's a no-go zone for us.
So in the same way, like Robin Simcox is out there basically speaking on behalf of the Jewish community, saying that this shouldn't be happening. Do you feel like everyone deserves the right to be saying this shouldn't be happening for them?
Yeah, because when you think about it, if a protest for Congo now is happening, the whites will say it's a no-go zone for them.
I mean, it depends. If those whites are the ones who are
They got
doing what's
iPhones.
going on, yeah, but that's everybody, innit?
But that's the thing, though. But this is what I'm saying. So if people are protesting for a cause that they agree with, and because that cause happens to be against your people back home, you feel like it's become a no-go zone for you. That's going to happen with everything. When Black Lives Matter, when are you eating snacks over there?
No, I can hear it though. What is it?
There's some electrical surge happening right now.
It sounds like something's burning.
Is something plugged in?
Yeah.
No, from the... Over there?
I have a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been plugged in forever.
Take it off, let me see.
I think something's... You need to look...
Put it back in?
No.
He said no.
He ain't taking the rap.
No.
All right. Thank you. I need to check that.
I get scared when
It's just
fire
like
and stuff.
something's cooking.
Yeah, literally sizzling. I thought it's one of the wisest
Is
sparkers.
that why you've taken off your headphones? Are you scared?
No, just protecting myself.
Okay.
You've been wearing headphones since episode 1.
Exactly. Prevention is better than cure.
Can you imagine? I hear it though. I hear it because I thought, can't lie, I was looking at my distance to the door and I thought, gosh, it's too
I
far.
don't understand. What is taking the headphones going to do?
I don't know, but I just
Mate,
saw him
yeah,
take it
electrocute
off.
him.
That's why I
That's
asked
just
him.
people, you know.
Like
that's
when you're
what I
lost
asked
and you
him.
turn the music down.
Yeah, so you can see better.
No, but that's actually a thing though.
I always do that.
I can't, you know, like if I'm trying to park in a tight spot, yeah.
Oh,
and it's
would you
peak,
know? I have
I
been
need
mute.
silence. I even open my windows.
Yeah. I have my windows.
Oh, is
Put them
it?
down. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I can't park in a tight spot.
Because I can
with
only use
music.
one sense at the like one of
Yeah.
my senses.
I
Has,
start getting
everyone
hot
has to
and
focus.
sweaty.
Yeah. I get hot and bothered very quickly.
Yeah, it's long. I need pure silence.
That is the thing though, because you're using too many senses at the same time. So when you need to focus on one thing, it's good. But that sounded like something was sparking and I thought fire was about to break out. And you don't know my history, fire. I can't do. Not again, child. What was I saying before that? I can't remember. But Sarah says most Jewish people agree with the protests. So who's really mad?
I mean, how do you say that though?
No, I have seen some Jewish people come out and say,
I've
"Do you
seen
know what?"
all the only Jewish people I've seen protesting for the stopping of the
Yeah.
yeah.
Because it can be your people, but you can still admit that. Danny Walshy, what was that name, says if they have emphasized the term anti-Semitic and use this one term to protect Jewish people, it says a lot. Take the Wiley incident, for example. I think it's just tricky for people to get on board these investments and these narratives and stuff like that when we haven't seen receipts. Like everything we see these days, like it's so easy to be able to find out about something that's happening around the world. But somehow London being a no-go zone is when I've just found out here this morning. Like this is the first time I've heard of this. No-go zone. Do you know what it is to say something's a no-go zone? This is where they live. So you're saying they have to live at home?
I think it's dramatic, personally.
No-go zone in a town where you live. Do you know what that means? That means they've been in lockdown. Come on.
Even the fact that it has T's and C's.
Please.
So not Monday to Friday, but on the weekends.
On the
I can't even
weekends.
take it serious. Sorry.
And the only process on Saturday. So what Sunday is the spillover from Saturday? BFFR.
I do want to ask this question, yeah, based on what Sarah said about most Jewish people are being against it. How much are people really against it? For instance, let's just say Israel wins this war, but they win it in the way they want to win it, right? And Gaza is basically no more. And it is fully just Israel. It's an Israeli state, this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
Would all these people who protest against what's going on over there visit Israel? Would they basically say, you know, I'm never going to Israel again?
Probably.
Or just, you think so?
I mean, the Jewish people.
Yeah.
No, they wouldn't because they've probably got family back home. So I cannot agree with it, but I've got family back home.
You're sizzling
hello.
again.
My plug,
Can you
my laptop's not in.
Can you look under the table?
That's snap, crackle, and pop. You ain't see.
This is because Esther, you was making fun
No!
of Sean
I
Glow.
bet you said to stop me.
Stop saying the J word, please. Jesus is fine.
It's the topic of the day.
Because Jesus was one, right?
Next season because of you. That's wild. Jesus is one, you know.
Let's try and see if it changes things.
Let's see, actually.
Just say J.
All right.
Gee.
So you think that's what it is?
We're just trying stuff. I mean,
Listen, the demons are very proud. Spirits exist. I believe in spirits. Spirits be doing things.
It ain't safe.
Are there spirits on different teams?
whose spirits do you think are strongest?
He's
Out
what?
of
Oh, Jesus.
Do you mean good spirits or bad spirits? or
No. Because he just said every team has spirits, isn't it?
Every team.
I said, no, I asked, do you think the spirits on different teams?
Which spirits?
All the
Oh,
spirits,
you mean
yeah.
like one of the spirits is pro-Palestine, other spirits is... Is that what you mean?
I didn't even mean it like that.
What spirits you do about then? My bad, y'all.
The spirits for different like religious belief systems and stuff.
Oh, yeah. So you saying they're on different teams?
Yeah.
So like this religion has their own spirits. That's really... Oh,
Like obviously us mentioning, the J, and obviously they've sent out their people in it. Well, not their people, their spirits to come and start messing up our connection. Allegedly. Entertainment, guys. Jokes. I mean, no. I mean, oaks.
You're an idiot.
You're actually childish.
So those is oaks.
There's jokes.
But yeah. So
That's so funny. I know it is. But listen, yeah. All I'm saying is, if that's the case, I wish them well and safety and all that kind of stuff. But
what, the spirits?
no,
Who?
people. I'm not gonna say who they are.
Okay.
Kanye's friends. There we have it. Kanye's favorite people.
Big up Kanye and that.
So do you get me? So I feel like if that's the case, then that's fair. But it just seems as though the government's always ignored everybody else's plights and everybody, like all the other attacks have been happening, like all the other things that has been visible, that's actually been a thing that we can see, that we have receipts for. But then this one thing that we can't get receipts for, that only happens from 9 a.m. to midnight Sunday. Okay. Good morning.
You got to
Go
go back.
back. One of the spirits calling. Or join Discord. But yeah, do you get what I mean? So I feel like that's what makes it tricky for people to, First of all, Ed, we're not here tomorrow anyway. I said if TD ain't on tomorrow, we all know why. If TD is on tomorrow, you know why.
Morning.
Morning. How you lot doing?
Good, thank you. Morning,
Thank
Ramsey.
What's going on? Yeah, so I just thought I'd put my 2 pence in this one
You must be on the spot. Back up. I'll be
without
flames.
you lot getting cancelled.
If you say Palestine 3 times, what happens?
Right, so no, there isn't a no-go zone for Jews. They can go wherever they want. I think that's cap. And also the Donny, because there isn't.
His foot on ground.
It was like Marg said, you can't really think of anything for any religion or any creed, any colour. So to say that is again just stoking culture wars. It's just they've got nothing else to do. They're trying to justify the money they've invested into security for the Jewish community. And also going back to the Donny Robin Simcox, he's highly controversial.
Yes.
He's used inflammatory language.
So he's a known liar.
Yeah,
Fair.
he's used inflammatory language against Muslims for a while now. And he's also the poster child for it. When we say the word extremism, do you know how powerful that word is? So they're talking pro-Palestine activists, if we go call them, anyone who's going on the protest, all they're doing is calling for a ceasefire. For majority of them, I can't say all of them, obviously, it's generalizing. But when you say, every time I've been to them in the hundreds, if not thousands, that I've been marching with, it's all for a ceasefire, which means we all just want the war to stop, right? If we even want to call it a war, for lack of a better word, I don't even like calling it a war. We want the senseless killings of innocent people to die. To stop. So that's all we're asking for. Now, when we're being called extremists, in the UK at least, extremists is always linked with Muslims. It's always conflated with Muslims. Whenever any say, whenever a Muslim wants to do anything or they want to be demonized in the media, they're called extremists. By its very definition, it's holding extreme political or religious views. It's like fascism. It's all trying to stoke fears against the other side. It's all nonsense. So yeah, there is no go zones for Jews. There's no go zones for anyone else. It's all just bullshit.
All right, I hear you. So do you? Okay, switch it around though, Ramsey. Let's just say this was happening, and basically another group, Palestinians or people who are pro-Palestine, said, you know what? Based on what's going on over there, we feel as though this sort of thing could spread, right, to our communities. And we feel like London or the UK has become a no-go zone. Would you expect other people to hear you? Would you expect the government to take action?
What if I was saying there was a no-go zone for Muslims? We wouldn't say that. I don't really understand the question.
Basically, just switch it around. That's basically what I'm saying. So let's just say
but again we're making extremists at the other side. It's still a wrong. Two wrongs don't make a right.
No, not
we're not.
Why are you making extremists for the other side?
Because that's a very extreme. That's extreme thing to say. To say that there's no go zones for Muslims. How can you say that?
But this is what I'm trying to say. I think basically from the other side perspective, that's how bad they feel. At least this is what they're saying. It sounds like they're saying that's how bad it seems for them. You know what I'm saying? That wait a minute, it's so crazy out there that I have to say this extreme thing because this extreme thing is actually my reality. I'm scared to go outside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm sorry for you, innit? But you're dumb. That doesn't make sense. Just because whatever you perceive your reality to be doesn't mean it's true. In my theory, obviously it's based on nothing. My theory is this is all to do with people standing with Israel, and they don't want to face their own morality in seeing the amount of people that are standing up for innocent people getting killed. So they want to ignore it from the palms of their hands on their phones, but that consistent morality check is being thrown at them every single weekend when they're standing with an apartheid state and the ethnic cleansing that Israel is doing to the Palestinians. So I think anti-Semitism is getting conflated with the word anti-Zionist. It's not the same thing.
But
and I feel like to me, when people use situations like this as anti-Semitic, I think that's anti-Semitic. But when they're doing that, it's a huge disrespect to all the slaves of people that died in the Holocaust, and it's almost being like peddled, like it's being used as an excuse to justify wrongdoings, and I think that's disgusting.
I think, obviously, I'm just trying to assume their position, but I think the problem is though you can't tell who's a Zionist and a Jewish person just by looking at them. You know what I'm saying? And so, if, for example, a Jewish person feels like I'm leaving my house and I may be confused for a Zionist, what next? You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but people are getting attacked by looking like a Jew. No one looks like a Jew. Like you can't really look like a Jew. That's not really a thing.
I mean, you can to some degree, but let's just say Orthodox.
Unless you're ultra Orthodox, yeah. Unless you're Orthodox, yeah.
All right.
But again, I just searched up. I can't find any numbers against hate crimes against Jews as have happened last year, but we seem to get these arbitrary upticks in percentages. Obviously, 300% of a small number is still relatively small. But then when I searched for it for Muslims, there was around 3,500 between 2022 and 2023, from what I found. And also, all of this is getting lost with the fact that no one talks about Islamophobia. I mean, in regards to the status quo. Rishi Sunak still hasn't held Lee Anderson accountable for what he said. None of them will. It's all just, but I just want to say all of this is bullshit and it's nonsense. And bear in mind, Conservatives are being funded by huge anti-Zionist rich people.
I think both parties are.
Yeah, they are actually. True that. That's why I'm voting Green.
We've got a comment from
We've got a
someone who
comment on the
says,
screen.
Content Jackrabbit says, as a Jewish man myself, I find this conversation disgusting. Shake my head. Poor from you guys. I think, can you call in, please? and
Okay,
let us know?
okay,
Maybe
can
we're
yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, let me get off the phone. Yeah, I beg you, call him.
All right.
'Cause you can't say that you're upset. Sorry, before I go, this is what some ignorant people do. Yeah, they say they're upset about something, but won't clarify or articulate what's upset them. It means nothing. I hear in LBC, it's all just nonsense. They say, oh, if you're not automatically on the side of all Jews, then you're wrong. No, you can't be automatically on the side of anyone, of any religion, of any creed. If you're wrong, you're wrong. That's it. But yeah, call him.
Please call in, yeah, because, I mean, we have made it clear that we're not part of the community, so we don't know what we don't know.
Maybe he knows the no-go areas, innit? And we didn't get...
So please share with us,
I
though.
said East London for, like, when I was talking
Your
to...
purposes, yeah.
Yeah. But maybe he knows the no-go areas.
So can you let us know then?
Yeah, we want to know the no-go
teach
areas.
us, educate us. So
Definitely can't be anything else.
Jackrabbit? What was it? Jackrabbit?
Content Jackrabbit.
Mr. Jackrabbit.
There we go.
We waiting.
We waiting on you.
All right, love you lot. Peace.
Thanks, Ramsey.
you,
Love
man.
you. Bye.
Peace.
Well, whilst we wait for Mr. Jackrabbit, let me just give a bit more information on this Robin Simcox guy. Yeah. So, back in 2021, I believe there's an article done by the Independent, and basically it calls him the new commissioner. So I'm assuming he assumed the role around that period of time. And basically he was the new commissioner for countering extremism. And he dismissed the use of the word Islamophobia.
Well, he doesn't agree with the word Islamophobia. That's
And he
wonderful.
urged the government to push back on it.
Oh, is that right?
So, conveniently, 3 years ago, Islamophobia is garbage. But today, anti-Semitism and extremism go hand in hand.
I mean, Islamophobia was well and alive, bouncing, in fact. Number 10 last week. But okay.
Yeah, man. So he said also in that same article, Mr. Simcox said Extinction Rebellion. Well, he's talking about them people there. But yeah, earlier that year in a piece headlined Left's Use of Islamophobia, a cynical ploy to shut down disagreement. He wrote, Muslims' concerns about prejudice they face in society cannot be ignored. Those concerns, however, must be addressed without throwing around accusations of Islamophobia, a word used to narrow the parameters of legitimate debate. I wonder if he feels the same way about what's going on now. You know what I'm saying? Again, Mr. Jackrabbit and also Mr. Simcox, man, we put it out there, man. Call up.
Mr.
So
Jackrabbit and Mr. Simcox.
we want to hear from you guys, man. But yeah, whilst you people are searching for the TDA number, I think we can wrap up. It's on the screen, guys. It's on the screen.
He's not going to call in.
Yeah.
Because if you really had, you would have sent a private, like, was that the only comment he left?
They could just type.
Was that the only comment he left?
Yeah.
Exactly. So he would have typed more. So it's fine if you don't want to call in, but you would have typed more and given more reasons.
Yeah, call up, man.
You know, when I'm disgusted by things, I let people know exactly why I'm disgusted.
And the thing is, it might even be a black.
What, trolling?
Yeah.
Oh, black person. Oh, I thought you meant black Jew.
That's a level of trolling I understand.
Of course.
Do you feel like
I wouldn't.
do you feel like there's
Why wouldn't
London's a no-go zone for black Jewish people?
No, I don't think.
No, I don't think the person's black Jewish. I think the person is just black with one of the spirits, but it's the hated version. Roman trouble in there.
Alright.
That's what it's giving. But anyways, all the best for parties involved.
Bear in mind, you, Mr. Rabbit, you haven't shut down this conversation. We're just finished with the conversation. You ain't frightened us. All right, let's get on with it.
The BS. We thinking you
We were
were
going there anyway.
we ain't scared. Don't be scared.
That's all right. Let's go.
Also, interesting enough, the sparkling stopped. There's just that. There's a
bring it back.
PS.
See if it works.
There's correlation, you know.
Mate, I told you so. Spirits are real, bro. Anyway, let's move on, please.
All right, so Angela, you guys may find this interesting, man. Police Scotland will no longer investigate every low-level crime after the success of a pilot scheme. So the report says that the new approach to certain reported offences where there's no CCTV or witnesses should be rolled out across Scotland. It follows the success of a 12-week trial in the northeast, which allowed officers to focus on other priorities. The trial freed up 2,657 police officer hours. During the pilot, 5% of crimes reported in A Division, Aberdeen, Aberdeenshire and Moray were recorded and filed for no further inquiry following an assessment of threat, harm, risk, vulnerability and available evidence. The report said that it meant that in cases where there was no investigative opportunities such as CCTV or witnesses, callers were informed about the progress of their report quicker rather than waiting days for officers to make contact and inform them of the same outcome. However, if circumstances suggested any vulnerability, police officers would still attend, and the new process was not applied. Next headline, and this is obviously a bit extreme, but North Korea has used the COVID-19 pandemic to seal up its northern border with China. Human Rights Watch (HRW) describes a situation which has seen intensifying repression with drastically reduced cross-border movement and trade. In the research, North Koreans spoke of the increasingly restrictive measures. UN member states should immediately address North Korea's isolation and humanitarian crisis. This is what HRW is pretty much putting out there and stressing. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has reinforced a crackdown on border security in recent years, coinciding with the pandemic. The border was only reopened a few months ago, largely to improve trade with China. And the last headline, some sad news, man, back home. Gunmen in Nigeria kidnapped more than 200 school pupils in the northern town of Kuriga on Thursday. This according to a teacher, a local councillor, and parents of the missing children. And apparently this is the biggest mass abduction from a school since 2021. Police in Kaduna State did not respond to requests for comments on the abductions, which happened shortly after morning assembly at the local government education authority school in the town of Kuriga. The home economics teacher, Sani Abdullahi, said the number of the kidnapped from the secondary section, based on the statistics we took together with the parents, is 187, while that of the primary section is 40. The local councillor for Kuriga said that he had been to the school and said that the gunmen initially took 100 primary school pupils, but later freed them while others escaped. Parents and residents blamed the kidnapping on a lack of security in the area.
Sad, man.
And that's it for that dance, guys. Time to pay the bills.
All right, let's get into some word on road. Okay, did you guys ever watch Freaky Friday?
Back in the day.
Yeah, with Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Well, apparently it's a sequel, if it's the one after, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, a sequel's been confirmed. It's going to be a Freaky Friday too. That was a simpler time. You know, there's times when with Lindsay Lohan, Mary-Kate and Ashley, life was just a lot simpler back then. But there's going to be a part two. But films like that, I don't know, what could the storyline be?
Yeah.
Guys going to switch again? What's going to happen this time?
Probably.
Yeah, but it has to be like, I don't want to see
to be
her
their
go to high
kids or
school.
something.
Yeah, she's got a kid, one of them getting a divorce. I don't know, something.
It's too many years later.
Yeah. But she's confirmed that there's going to be a sequel with starring Jamie Lee Curtis as well. Should be interesting, should be cool. I like Lindsay Lohan, man. I feel like she minds her business and does whatever it is that she's doing. So yesterday was the Essence, what was it? Yes, the Essence Black Women in Hollywood Awards. And this year, the honorees was Halle Bailey, Daniel Brooks, Nkechi Okoro-Carroll, and Catherine Busby, which is really, really cool. I'm so happy for Daniel Brooks, because I first was introduced to her when I watched Orange is the New Black years ago. So it's so amazing to know that after so many years, like, she's getting her flowers and stuff. It's just absolutely amazing. But yeah, so the big talk is Halle's speech. So she won an award, of course, because she's one of the people that were honoured and stuff like that. And it was so sweet. It was presented to her by Chloe, her sister, which is really, really sweet. And during her speech, she reflected on, obviously, her career, Little Mermaid, and also the birth of her son, Halo, which obviously everyone knows she kept a secret. And so she addresses that. And she said, in her speech, she said, "We are Black women in entertainment, and although we signed up for the challenges of the spotlight, In this current climate, that spotlight burns brighter, hotter, and uninterrupted, whereas the scrutiny of its magnification leaves no concealment. I've learned from that spotlight over the past 8 years. I've also, if I'm being honest, been burned by it too, as we all have. She went on to talk about how, the announcement of Ariel, if you guys remember, YouTube actually had to take off the dislike button because of the racism and stuff that was shown on the trailer because she was a black Ariel. And she said, what else did I say? Sorry, yeah, she said how obviously the role has changed her life being Ariel. She said it cannot compare though to the biggest joy of my life, and that was becoming a mum to my perfect little angel, Halo. She says that she kept her pregnancy private, and she did that from a place of protection. She said there was no way in hell I was going to share the biggest joy of my world with anyone. Halo was my gift. He's the greatest blessing, and I had no obligation to expose him, me or my family, to that. She says that because of the state of the world, she said with the state of the world and the place it is in, with men trying to force their will on our bodies, no one on social media, and for damn sure no one on the planet, was going to tell me what to do with my body or what to share with the world. I'm here for it, man. Also, just in the interesting turn of events, I do like DDG. I do. I think he's such a funny guy. I find him funny. But I find him funny because he and Halle are very equally yoked. She's as shady as he is. So the other day, I think someone must have cussed her and her baby, right? And obviously that's his girl and that's his baby. And the guy, it was this white guy, right? And so he then cussed the guy's mum. But the guy tried to be like, oh, my mum's dead. That's too far. He said, nope. He said, nope. He was just like, nope. You can't cuss somebody unprovoked. Say something so vile. I think he called her ugly. He basically insulted her. So he was like, you can't insult my child's mother and my child and think because your mum is dead, you get a pass. No, I'm insulting your dead mum and you. So there was that. So, DDG is who he is. But big up her, man. Big up Halle. Big up Danielle, Catherine, and Nkechi. That's absolutely amazing. And then also Tyla. Tyla's got a world tour. I love, when people get, because even, I know Thames got a Billboard Breakthrough Award yesterday as well. Big up Thames. It was given to her by the gorgeous Savannah James. Oh, sorry, actually. Halle also wrote on Twitter after accepting the award, saying, today I felt like a princess. It was an honor to receive the Essence Black Woman in Hollywood Award. To be lifted up by so many women who have paved the way for me to be here today is an incredibly special feeling. Thank you to my sister, Chloe, for presenting me with this award. I was a crying mess, and I'm also so grateful to my siblings, Sky and Branson, for saying such beautiful words about our journey as a family and how we got here. I will never forget today. But also, so yeah, Tyla is meant to be on tour. That's what I was saying. That I'm amazed by people's journeys and how quickly life can change for them. And I brought up Thames winning an award. Like when I think about Thames' career, it's just so amazing. Like the way it's just everything's just gone for her. She's just excelling. And the same, I feel the same with Tyla as well, in that her songs just done what it's done, and then now she's got a Grammy, and she had a tour, a UK and US tour, but unfortunately she's had to cancel it due to medical reasons. So she posted on her Instagram yesterday saying, my tigers, this is what she calls her fans, all of you know that this moment you have all helped me transform into reality. All of you know that this moment you have all helped me transform into reality has been a long life dream. I'm so grateful and humbled by this past year and the way it's changed my life. I can never thank you guys enough for all your loving support, all the joy, the laughter, and the wins. As much as this is something I would rather have dealt with privately, it's important that I share what I have to share with you today. For the past year, I've been silently suffering with an injury that has tragically worsened. I've seen doctors and specialists with high hopes, but the pain has only become more agonizing as has the severity of the situation. I'm absolutely heartbroken to say this, but as of right now, I won't be able to proceed with the tour. In consulting with medical professionals, it's become increasingly clear that continuing any festival or tour dates would jeopardize my long-term health and safety. Words cannot describe my frustration at this pivotal point in my career. So please know that my team and I are working diligently on a spectacular show for you guys as soon as I am recovered and ready to return safely on stage this summer. For North American headline dates, your tickets will automatically be refunded. All other territories, contact. Blah, 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 blah. But she says, "Thank you, Tigers, for your understanding." I'm not wrong. I think her album is out today. Actually, she's got a self-titled album. Let's check. No, it's next week. No, it's not next week. It's 2 weeks' time. It's 22nd of March. But yeah. But yeah, love to her, man. She said, and in a caption, she said, "Yo, still gonna see me around, Tigers. So don't worry too much. Just know when I'm back to performing pain-free, I'm gonna be even more of a problem. It's hard having to turn down opportunities you've been waiting your whole life for, but God has His plan." So sending her love and positive energy and, you know, all that great stuff. So obviously Celebrity Big Brother is going on and Zeze's in there. Louis Walsh, yeah, gives me racist vibes. I don't like that man. I don't like him. Never liked him on X Factor. He just always came across as this arrogant man that is not living his truth in whatever way that could mean to him. And he just gives me very hateration vibes. I don't even know what he does. Before he was a judge on X Factor, is he a singer? What is he?
Didn't he? Is it Boy Zone or one?
He
He's
found
basically like, yeah, he used to manage, I think, or found one of the big, like, you know,
one of the big boy bands.
It was Boy Zone, isn't it?
It's Boy Zone or like.
He's done more of them. It's not just Boy Zone.
Is it Blue as well?
Westlife or something? No.
Oh, I thought it was a
Maybe, but
It's
I
one
just
of them.
yeah,
He
Westlife.
had
found
Jedward.
Jedward, yeah.
He was mentoring them in.
Wasn't
X
his thing
Factor.
groups? His thing was groups.
Groups,
innit?
he was over the
So
40s. When you think back a year,
when you're
X
ever,
Factor talk about over 30s was wild.
Yeah.
They're only babies. That was a whole category. They were like pensioners. And I used to look at them like they were like the old ones hanging on to that dream.
Was it? You sure it went over 25s?
it was over
It
25.
was over 25, even worse.
It was.
Even worse.
If you was 26, you was finished on X
finished.
Factor.
Sing with Susan Boyle and them.
Yeah.
You were
They're
finished.
sick.
Big up Susan. I wonder how Susan Boyle is doing. Big up her, man. That's a woman. But anyways,
Yeah,
he
over
gave me-
25s is crazy. I'm not even
25 is
agreeing that.
crazy. Over 25 is actually crazy. Because you're right, there's people that were 26 in there and the same group as someone that's 55. And they're treating them the same.
Yeah,
And the chance you might not get free because the seasoned singer. Wild.
tough.
But anyways, so Louis, so basically, right, Louis got it out for Zeze. Remember I told you guys when the show started that Sharon had to pick 2 people or 3 people to be in a ring of
Did
fire?
she escape that?
No, because they've nominated them and he's nominated her.
No, but I'm saying, can she still be evicted or is she over that?
She can
now?
be evicted.
Oh, would that be tonight then?
I
I'm
think
guessing
so.
because it's Friday.
I think so.
Friday, so
yeah.
that makes sense.
But basically, so he nominated Zeze, yeah, but this is the reason why he nominated Zeze. He nominated Zeze because he said that she's very opinionated, right? Pause there. There's another girl in there called Lauren. He told Lauren that he likes her because she's opinionated. The only difference between Lauren's opinionation, I made that word up, and Zeze's is that Zeze's black. Hear this now. This is the second reason. He feels like Zeze hasn't accomplished anything. He doesn't know who she is. And her celebrity status is a bit too premature. So he doesn't like her in the house because he feels like he's a seasoned veteran and he's in there with Sharon Osbourne, who decided to, I don't know, she might have some issues they need to look into because she was cussing Adele. She called James Corden, she said he names drop and he's a come-upper, says she can't stand Ellen. She's just ratting out everybody. She's just, all the celebrities she don't like on day 1, week 1, she's letting everybody know who she don't like. But Louis, they said, yeah, he nominated Zeze for those reasons. And I just don't think he likes her. Because remember I told you guys that on the first night, he made Sharon pick Zeze. Even though Sharon didn't want to. Sharon's like, I want to get to know her. He's like, oh no, but who is she? What does she do? Da, 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 da.
Have you watched
Yeah, I'm
any
not
of
here for
it?
it. No.
So you don't know how she's doing in there?
She and Ekin had a situation. Because she said she never would have done Love Island. And Ekin was like, okay, but like, whatever. And she was like, yeah, like, she said, but I think they were talking about something about, I guess, how Ekin came across and whatnot. But Ekin was like, yeah, but the show is filmed 24 hours a day and you only see 40 minutes of it. And then Zeze was like, yeah, fair enough, but whatever. So they kind of had a back and forth. And then Ekin, there was some girl that was crying or whatnot. So then I feel like they're trying to gang up they're trying to form allegiance and it's kind of against Zeze. Because there was some time they were trying to make fruit salad or whatnot. And then Zeze cut it like into triangles, how you would oranges, right? And the girl was like, oh, she should have cut into little bits. And Zeze was, listen, it's going into my mouth, so it's not that deep kind of thing. And then the girl was then, I don't know if she told other people, I don't know. You know how the house gets very bitchy and whatnot. But basically, there's a clip of the girl crying and Ekin saying to her, see, we're the only ones, the girl was crying, Ekin was there, Louis was there, and Ekin's like, see, like no one else has come to hug you or anything like that, and then they showed Zeze. The camera shows Zeze. So I think they got it out for Zeze, but I wanted Zeze to make it all the way to the end because I think she's good entertainment. She might actually, on account of she's really good entertainment.
How you know she's good entertainment if you ain't even watched it?
Because I like Zeze. She's good entertainment. She's good entertainment in the real world. I can only imagine when she's in there. I might catch up with it.
I don't know when, but I want to watch it. I just want to see her in there, see what.
So I think I might catch up with it today.
We might have to do it today because she could go home.
She could go home. You're right. Have 3 days of content to catch up on. I hope she doesn't go home though, because I think you voted me because you think I'm opinionated and you don't know who I am. It just sounds like you're like, you know, when sometimes old people are just so upset that the young people are in the same place that they're at. Like he's on Celebrity Big Brother, and so is this young girl, and he feels like she hasn't done enough in her career to be here. But okay,
are you voting to leave or voting to stay?
For who?
Whoever's up.
I have no idea.
Like, are you voting to save or do you vote to leave?
Is that how it works? No, that's
I don't know,
Love
I'm
Island,
asking.
isn't it? How does Big Brother nomination work?
There you go.
Oh, it is the public, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, they'll change it sometimes.
Oh,
Let the people
yeah.
pick, but it's public, innit? But I'm
Yeah.
saying, do you phone for who you want to go, or do you phone for who you want to save?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know who else is nominated, if I'm being honest. I just know that Zeze was nominated by this man that sounded like he had unconscious bias in his tone.
He does.
It does sound like that. But I might actually watch it. Also, the person that talked about Love Island yesterday, and I know I did a lot, I think I'm going to watch that this weekend, actually. I've seen way too many clips.
What, there's a Love Island?
Even Wale chimed in, and I said, ooh, and I like Wale.
There's a Love Island? There's a Love Island?
Not Love Island, sorry, Love is Blind. Love is Blind, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Wale chimed in on how it was that...
Is it the same one with the guy with the back in it that everyone keeps talking about?
What back?
Probably the black girl.
There's a guy that's
yeah,
supposed to be a buff guy in there.
Yeah.
No, there's two. There's one that said she was Megan Fox.
No, you're
No,
talking
there's
about the
one
black
that-
girl with the bum who got left jilted at the water by...
Is it Clay and Ad? You keep saying Clay and Ad.
Oh, did he leave her at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wale said, man, you can't do things like that, man.
Yeah.
he said to me, he said, I saw that coming, but damn, man, how are you going to do her like that? I think I'm going to watch it. It sounds interesting. I saw his mum reading his dad for filth. Well, her ex-husband. Because she was saying that the reason why he did that, she was like, your son wants to find love and wants commitment and wants a family, but because of what it is that you put him through, what he's seen you do to me and what you put him through, he can't make that commitment. And she was like, he wants to make the commitment, but look at how he's now treated that poor girl who didn't deserve blah, blah, blah. And then the dad was like talking about, oh yeah, I never had a father. And she was like, yeah, I get that, but at some point, bro, you got to fix up. I might watch it actually this weekend. It looks interesting. But yeah, man, that's what's happening in Celebrity Big Brother world. People are actually, because remember I said some people were saying they're not going to support Zeze. They're going to let her have the day she deserves. But I'm seeing them comment like, nah, something about Louis ain't right. He's kind of going out of his way.
Question: what makes a celebrity? What makes a celebrity?
If you're in mainstream media, if you cross over to mainstream media.
Okay, so she's a celebrity then.
She 100% is.
Okay.
It's just because they don't know her. Because when you think about it, yeah, they just don't know her. But
She's just lower on the list, isn't it?
yeah,
There's levels to
'Cause isn't
celebrities.
it like,
She's not A-list,
yeah, that's it. She's not an A-list celebrity.
but she's done enough.
Yeah,
She's done enough. They're definitely
She's like a D-list.
in our scene, in our demographic, and she's elevated enough to go over to
yeah. She had a whole show on
to
Channel
mainstream
4.
and stuff. And the fact that she even, well, obviously now, because not everybody who goes on Celebrity Big Brother deserves. Well, then again, that's not fair because if they're popular enough in their
In their rights, yeah.
in their whatever the word is,
Yeah.
then
The industry.
then it is what it is, isn't it?
Question: back in the day, that black brother, is it Science? What was his name?
There was a unit there called Science.
Was he a celebrity?
No, but he was on normal Big Brother.
Oh, so it's a celebrity Big Brother.
Yeah, this is Celebrity.
Yeah,
Big
this is
Brother,
Celebrity Big Brother. Yeah, this is not normal Big Brother. This is Celebrity Big Brother. So, and I feel like I feel like his gripe is just because you hear a lot of older people say that sometimes. They just have this hateration spirit where it's like they can't understand how they've put in this much work to get here, and it feels as though because they don't know you, they feel like you just walked on in.
But there's people in that show that I don't have a clue who they are.
That's exactly, but he has no problem with them, with those people, and that's what's mad. He has no problem with them because they're as young as what's it called, as Zeze, but because he doesn't know this one, and I know he doesn't know the other people. He doesn't know them. He does not know them. But I guess, listen, he just doesn't like her because she's a black opinionated woman. He was like, oh, she walks around with this level of like confidence and like why are you upset that a woman is confident? Anyway,
I think if you're popular and well known, then
he's on the same place
there's some form of celebrity in there, isn't it?
Because everyone will know everyone. Because sometimes people will tell me about a group and they're so big, I don't have the hell who that is. Why are you smiling like that? Oh, gosh, here going.
There's loads of famous people that I do not know.
There's a lot of famous people. You guys don't know. I definitely don't know hella people.
Yeah, like hella famous people that I do not know exist, and they are famous.
Go on, Brent.
Like for me, when gay, white, racist men are racist, it's more racist than straight men.
Why?
I don't know.
There's something more.
I just don't know.
It's worse because you know what it's like to be hated on, and here you go.
The audacity, right?
The audacity of it. It's actually audacious.
Because you're from a marginalised
You're
group.
from a marginalised group.
You should, yeah, okay, I heard that. I see it.
And he's Irish.
He's even more marginalised.
Even more marginalised. And then
yeah,
here
you're
you
right.
go.
It stinks.
Yeah, and then when you feel like punching him in the throat, it's like double murder, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like double
homicide.
Because it will be classified as something and something.
This is it.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'll be so real with you. I'm going to figure out how to vote for Zeze, man. I did not like the tone in his voice. I didn't like it at all. He's talking about she's confident, because she walks around confident. It's like all the positive things about her, he just hates the fact that he hates the fact that she exists. And the fact that he made it clear from when she entered the house. So she entered, he was like, who is she? What does she do? Like, why is she in here? Like, listen, old man. So your hairline looks like that. Anyway, that's that for me. This lovely morning. Let's get into People's Journal.
Oh, I wasn't saying that fella was racist. I ain't watched the show. I'm just saying gay white men who are racist seem to like edge me a bit more than just straight white men.
Someone say you called him racist?
No, I'm just reading the chat, innit?
Oh, I'm saying he's racist. I think he's he's got a racist tone in his flipping non-existent Adam's apple. So do with that what you will.
All right, people. Welcome to the People's Journal. I'll give you the news from an economics point of view. So, as we all know, Jeremy Hunt basically unveiled the contents of this year's budget. You know what I'm saying? A couple of days ago.
Oh, yeah.
Revealed it to the House of Commons. I spoke about it briefly yesterday. So basically, I want to do that again, remind the people of the new changes, and in some areas, see how it may affect you as well. So that obviously you can make the best decisions for you and your household. First thing is, which is probably the biggest thing that everyone's been talking about, is national insurance. That's been cut by 2p for employees and self-employed. So basically what that means is for certain people who earn an average salary of about £35,000, you'll be saving £450 a year.
A year?
Yes.
As in per month? Per month? For the whole year, you're saving £450?
Yeah. No, not per month.
Oh, okay.
No, for the whole year.
Okay.
But that's good though.
Oh, yeah.
Or you don't think so?
What is this for?
This is national insurance. This is how much you're saving because he's
Why
cut.
is it put national insurance? Because I think it's a scam. And can I opt out of it? Is it optional?
No.
My money back.
Let's accept it.
It's silly.
Income tax, national insurance.
It's silly.
You're gonna be paying forever. Yeah. But at
Gosh.
least it's been cut. So you know what? At least that is something
scrap it.
some extra money that you can keep in your pocket. So obviously, if you belong to different tax brackets, you're gonna be saving different amounts of money. If you earn 50k and more, you'll be saving about £750 a year. Like I said, 35k, you'll be saving about £450. 25k, about £250. Obviously, if you're basically on around the basic rate, 15k, you'll be saving about 40. No, I think you'll be worse off £49. But that's basically how that pretty much will affect you. So he's cutting also NI for those who are self-employed as well. So if you're a self-employed worker as well, the rate is going to be falling from 8% to 6% as well. So again, your 2p there is going to be saved. Make sure that's sorted out as well. And for those who are self-employed who earn about an average of 28,200, that cut will save you about £350 a year. Just to bear in mind also, when it comes to just knowing your tax brackets. So the actual brackets have also moved along as well, which means basically you're going to be paying, your wages, you'll be paying more basically. You'll be paying more. So the basic rate now is 20%, and that's going to be paid on your earnings above 12.5K. I'm kind of rounding it up, but basically to give you a specific number, it's 12,571 all the way up to 50,270. So that's where you're going to be taxed on your 20%. The higher rate of 40% will kick in on amounts over 50,271 up to 125,140. But once you hit the 100K threshold, that's when you lose that tax-free allowance. That tax-free personal allowance is on those earning that 12,571 and less. Just make sure, obviously, you bear that in mind when you're getting, when, for example, your tax and how much you're paying every year starts to change. You notice it in your pay slips and things of that nature. Next thing I wanted to mention also, I said this the other yesterday, about those who basically are UK residents, but their permanent home is overseas. So they've changed this now. This was something that Labour wanted to implement. And so this is why Keir Starmer actually, I think it was either today or yesterday, he came out basically saying, look how shag you guys are. It's just an embarrassing thing where you're just stealing our policies. But essentially what it is those people who are overseas, they're going to have to start paying tax here, even though their permanent residence is overseas. When it comes to benefits and income support, so one of the biggest changes as well is child benefit. Now, prior to this new budget, the current limit on child benefit before it was capped and you could no longer claim was £50,000. So if you earn £50,000, that's it, no child benefit for you. Right? That has
That's no child benefit for you.
Why do you say that?
I know, like, wow.
I don't know. But now that has now been changed, right? But I want to go back a stage, right? Just for those people out there who, for example, are about to have a kid and they don't necessarily know about eligibility for child benefit. So basically, this is for those people who, if you're looking after a child or it's your child, whatever, you're bringing up this child who's under 16, or if they're under 20 and they are still in approved educational training. And you basically get £24. Well, it used to be £24, or it's currently, but will change in April. £24 a week. That's now going up to £25.60 every week, right? For younger children, that will be for your first child and your oldest child. For the younger kids, it's going to go from £15.90 a week up to £16.95 a week. And like I said, the threshold for being able to claim child benefit has now moved from £50,000 up to £60,000, where you get the full child benefit. They've also made some changes also in terms of where the entirety of child benefit is also cancelled for you. So now if you earn below £80,000, you can still claim child benefit, but you'll get a partial payment. I believe it's 50%. So like I said, if you earn £60,000 and £80,000, you can still claim child benefit, but you'll get a partial payment. I believe it's 50%, but please double check that. But again, you'll still be entitled to something. Obviously, I don't want to tell you people what to do with the money, but invest it for your kids, man. Invest it. Next thing I wanted to mention is there's a longer, longer repayment periods for people on benefits, taking out emergency budgeting funds as well from the government. That's been put in. The government fund for people who are struggling with cost of living pressures, that's going to be continuing for an extra 6 months as well. So that's obviously a plus. Going down to cigarettes, vapes, and alcohol. Again, remember, like I said yesterday, with them cutting taxes or NI, they're going to have to fund a lot of this in some type of way. And I believe one of the biggest places is coming from, the taxation of cigarettes, vapes, and things of that nature. So the freeze on alcohol duty, which was due to end in August, that's going to be continuing till February 2025. And this taxing vaping products, basically, that's going to there's a new tax on vaping products basically, and that's from October 2026. But obviously, because vaping is seen as less harmful than traditional cigarettes, they're also increasing tobacco duty as well. So that's going to go up by £2 per 100 cigarettes at the same time as well, just to maintain that disparity between vaping and cigarettes. The fuel duty of 5p, that cut on petrol and diesel, that's going to continue for another year. That was meant to end later this month as well. It's going to continue. The windfall tax on profits from these very profitable energy firms, right? That was scheduled to end March 2028. That's going to be extended to 2029. So again, that's going to be another way to fund some of these cuts. Air passenger duty, which is basically the tax. Again, Esther was chimed in on this yesterday as well. The tax that we pay on these flights that we take, that's going to go up for business class tickets. So be mindful, guys. If you're taking business class, a lot of the extra payment is just going to be because of tax and not necessarily because the airlines are putting up the prices. So blame your government. Also, where is it? Some good news. And this is from the OBR, so the Office for Budget Responsibility. They're predicting that the UK economy will grow by 0.8% this year. And they're predicting next year will grow by 1.9%. They're predicting 2% for 2026, and basically starting to decline slightly 2027, 2028. They're also saying that they believe UK's inflation rates will fall below 2%, which is the target. You know what I'm saying? By the end of June, falling to 1.5% next year. I don't know if these are very if this is realistic, but it's good news, man. It's good news, and hopefully this obviously is kind of translate to what happens when the Bank of England decide on the base rates and things of that nature, so we can get some of these interest rates down. Well, that'll be a benefit for those getting mortgages and things of that nature, not necessarily for those who are saving. Next thing I wanted to mention is the last thing, the thresholds on which a small business has to now register to pay VAT. That's raised from 85k to 90,000. That's a little something there for people. And also, where is it? Yes, the government loan scheme that happened, that was rolled out during COVID, the COVID era one, for small businesses, that's been extended until March of 2026. Also wanted to mention, I believe it's somewhere here, I believe the tax break for those who want to get multiple properties as well. I believe June is the deadline. So guys, if you are thinking of getting a property or you're in the middle of getting a property, make sure they wrap that up by June, man, so that you don't get taxed for no damn reason. Obviously, just a passing comment, kind of. Jeremy Hunt, obviously, like Esther said as well, has given £1 million for a memorial to honour Muslims who fought for Britain during World War I and II. Yes, I'm going to give a bit of a break. And obviously, Sunak has given 50 million to certain communities to help them during extremism and stuff like this. It's very tough out there. Next thing I wanted to mention is, away from the Jamie Hunt's budget, is John Lewis and Co-op. They're going to be increasing the minimum pay for staff now.
You're going to say increasing the price. I must say.
No. They won't tell you that. You just go in there.
You just go in there.
But they're pretty much both part of the same group anyway. So they're going to be lifting their pay for store workers from £11.55 an hour from April, and it's going to go up to £12.89. So it's quite significant, I think. It's decent.
That is big, yeah.
And this is above the compulsory national living wage of £11.44. Well, it's going to be £11.44 from next month. I believe Tesco already planned to do this earlier this week. So yeah, if you work for Tesco as well, you're pretty much part of that as well. Sainsbury's, as the Aldi, Lidl and M&S, they've all said that they're going to be increasing their pay as well. But I don't think we've got information on that just yet. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Oh, the last thing I wanted to mention, Theresa May. She's going to be standing down next election, man. She's
From what?
As an MP.
Oh.
Yeah.
No one cares. Man, you still not from being the Prime Minister. No one cares. You still not from being MP. I don't even know you should still in the House.
Yeah,
Ma'am,
man.
please.
She's had the Maidenhead seat, right, in Berkshire for...
Oh, since she quit. Since her last role.
27 years. 27 years.
Yeah, but so when you're prime minister, you still keep that seat.
Yeah, you still be an MP.
That's greed.
They're two different roles, isn't it? I guess. I think so.
So she was working hard.
I believe so. Yeah. Because you know a lot of these people in government, they got other roles. Like you may be the chancellor, but you got another thing.
Okay,
attached
yeah,
to
I guess
your
so.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you like Wikipedia, you see bare different things as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
man.
okay. Well,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, your leaving card.
Yeah, man. Apparently, she's now one of 64 Tory MPs who have now announced their decision to leave the Commons at the next election.
Okay.
So it's pretty much like an overhaul, man. Some of the other ministers as well, like Matt Hancock, Dominic Raab, Ben
Hancock.
Wallace, Sajid Javid, Kwesi Kwarteng. A lot of people have left.
Backing up shop. I hear it. I mean,
Yeah,
Kwesi
man.
should have left anyway, to be fair. I said, did him like that. It's out for the man.
But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. If anything comes up, I'll let you guys know. But that's it for the People's Journal.
Oh, I missed something for Word on Road. Do you guys watch Dragon Ball?
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Well, what's going on?
The creator passed away, man.
No way.
Yeah, let me read it. Hold on, sorry. So, the studio said, "Dear friends and partners, we are deeply saddened to inform you that manga creator Akira Toriyama passed away on March the 1st due to acute subdural hematoma. He was in age of 68. It's our deep regret that he still had several works in the middle of creation with great enthusiasm. Also, he would have many more things to achieve. However, he has left many manga titles and works of art to this world. Thanks to the support of so many people around the world, he has been able to continue his creative activities for over 45 years. That's amazing. We hope that Akira Toriyama's unique world of creation continues to be loved by everyone for a long time to come. We inform you this sad news with gratefulness for your kindness during his lifetime. Funeral service will be held with family and few relatives. Following his wishes for tranquility, we respectfully inform you that we would not accept flowers, condolence gifts, visiting offerings, and others. Also, we ask you to refrain from conducting interviews with his family. Can you imagine that we're in a world now where you have to tell people not to approach the grieving family? Anyway. Future plan for commemorate, I think that's the word, gathering is not decided. We will let you know when it's confirmed. We deeply thank you for your understanding and support as always. Bird Studio. That's sad, man. R.I.P. to him, man. He did a great thing. I never watched it, but I know about it.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball was cold, man.
I'm more of a Barbie Bratz kind of girl. All right, let's get into this. What would you do?
Oh my gosh, guys.
Oh my
I need to know
gosh.
how to overcome an ick. I've met the perfect guy, and it's not just me saying that he's perfect, but he's 5'2", and I'm 5'6". I'm 34, and I've had incredible bad luck finding a good man with everything. This is the first time I've met one that has everything. He is fine, funny, respectful, has a great job, attentive, good in bed, God-fearing, everything. I feel so awkward and uncomfortable being out in public with him, and I can't bring myself to introduce him to my friends. This is serious, guys. Please help me. How can I get over a serious ick? Love the show, by the way. I stumbled onto it after watching a TikTok about home births. I've got the courage to have my first child at home now, thanks to that.
Oh.
But I can't seem to find the episode on YouTube.
Big up Auntie Kemi. Yes, we got. They, I don't know who they is, I don't know the powers that be. But that episode got was taken down.
They took it down.
Took it
Yeah,
down.
man.
Took it
No
down.
way.
Within 24 hours, took it down.
Why?
If they didn't like, apparently didn't like things that were said in the episode.
She's speaking truth to power.
Death.
But it's available on Spotify.
It is available on Spotify, so you can check it out there.
Pick up Spotify,
But
man.
it's episode with Kemi Johnson.
What did they tell you? What did they tell you the reason they're taking it down for?
The claims that were made in there,
We're false.
I don't know if it were false.
They said they don't want people to know.
You know, like COVID. And
What
that,
was
innit?
it particularly?
Wasn't it? Wasn't it to do with crap? I can't remember what it was. Like I'm mixing things in my head.
I think it had to do with the NHS claim that they are just looking to.
C-sections.
Yeah. And they actually put the timestamp thing with Jiggy.
Yeah.
Also, just
And
So
they said
basically-
if it is that you don't move it, then your entire channel will be. popped
Yeah.
up.
I will say what it said again, but they might take this one down though.
Yeah.
I think it's been a great episode, so we'll let it go.
But it's still up on Spotify.
Can they tell us this? This is
It's outrageous.
This is why the new black is so important.
Bro! Not them censoring us. How are you censoring a platform that says we will not be censored? That's so wild. That's the whole premise of the show. But yeah, Gina, what's your thoughts on our dear sis with the ick?
I think the current climate of is famine.
Girl.
So I think if you have found
The man, a good man.
if you found someone that's good to you, I do think this is the mature Gina talking though, because immature Gina would be like, yeah, 5'2" is serious. But mature Gina is gonna say that the current climate is really bad. So honestly, if you found someone that takes care of you, I think you should really overlook it. It's just height. I do get it. I understand, but there's bigger things to consider, because what would you prefer? A taller guy who is none of the other stuff that you've said. Do you get what I mean? And in the most polite way, fuck your friends. Sorry, but your friends are not in your relationship. Do you get what I mean? Like, for no one don't even care about their opinion, especially if it's just based on his height. And if your friends give you a hard time for it, then they're not really your friends, because they should be able to see that this person makes you happy, and ultimately that's what's important. Yeah.
I agree. I think that a lot of times, and this is why I'm so big on like reflecting and stuff like that, on the things that you think that you like and things that you don't like. A lot of times sometimes our interests and things, our interests and whatnot is actually influenced by other people. And this is an example of that. Because if you giving us all these great qualities about this guy, but society's standards about you should be with a tall man, I'll be real with you, there's not enough tall men to go around. That's just, because because some of you are 4 foot, 1 in 6 foot men. Excuse me. That's greed.
Yeah,
that's greed. Anybody's taller than you. That's greed.
You know that's greed that they talk about in the Bible.
Listen.
No, it is.
That is greed. So can we all date our height mates? So I think with this ick that you're saying, I think it's an ick because of society standards. I think if this guy's this amazing and said all these great things and done all these great things, like Gina said, like, would you rather a guy that was tall and then was a piece of shit? No. So I think you need to reflect on why it is that this is an ick, quote unquote ick for you. And you actually need to reflect and know what it is that you want, and understand that society's opinions, what you think other people are going to get, they're not going to be the one in your relationship.
Do you know what?
I think you stay with the man.
Just even piggybacking off of what you said though, if you actually think about it, it is based on society, and it's all based on external factors. And I say this because had it really been an ick, had it really been a non-negotiable, you wouldn't have even allowed yourself to get to the point of sleeping with him. You wouldn't have allowed yourself to know that he's a good guy, to know that he has a good job, to know that he's God-fearing. You would not have allowed yourself to get to that point if it was really a non-negotiable and a serious ick. Yeah. So that in itself tells me that the only reason why we're even having this convo is because you're too focused on everybody else's opinion, but you deep down, you don't actually mind it because you've allowed yourself to get there.
That's such a word, because when guys that are not say I don't find attractive, they're not my whatever the case might be, I don't entertain it enough to know whether he's a god, whether he's a pastor. I wouldn't entertain it enough to even know what his name is. So you're right. I think, I honestly think you should stay with the man, and I think that is something to, and I'm not saying this to like make you feel away or insult you or anything like that, but I think, because I think it applies to everybody, it's always worth thinking about the things that you want, why you want them, and separating your likes and dislikes from what society's socialized you to like. Personally, I say you stay with the man. If he's this responsible, excuse me, please don't interrupt my segment.
Are you dating him?
Excuse me.
Are you dating a 5'2" man?
I will. I absolutely will.
No, but
You're loving your short kings,
I'm not dating a 5'2" man because I'm not gonna allow myself to sleep with a 5'2" man. I'm
if
not
I
gonna
got
have a
this
conversation
far,
with a 5'2"
yes, I will.
man. I'm not gonna know. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Like,
but if I've gotten this far,
my
It's
point
not
is
good enough for you, but
my point
no,
is
you're missing the point.
You clearly haven't been listening.
You're an egg. You're missing the point. This is what Gina's saying. Yeah, if a 5'2" guy approaches her, she's not going to be on it. So there's that. But if I was in this dilemma and I've gotten this far, I'm not breaking up with you now. Brent, take that off the flipping screen.
No, just for I need
You're so cheeky.
Context. This is the context.
Listen, yeah.
So
Is that 5'6" and 5'2"?
that's 5'6" and 5'2". Just put another context.
It's not that bad though.
That's not that bad.
No, in that picture,
Obviously,
it's
she's
not.
blue.
Yeah, I know, but it's still not that
Yeah,
bad.
it's not
though.
bad. I thought it was like a...
She's not. Yeah, she's blue.
She's blue, but I thought
Yeah,
it'd
that's
be a
not that
lot
bad.
worse.
So basically, this is what it is. If I've gotten this far with a guy, and the only thing that is that he's short. So I didn't know he was short when I was loving all the dates, when I was spending time with him, when I was sleeping with him, when I was doing all these things.
Maybe he was
That's
sitting
not
down.
ick enough.
Maybe he was meeting him at the restaurant and he was already sitting down.
I know when we had sex. Okay. There we go. Do you get what I mean? But if it's a thing where a guy approaches me and I feel like, oh, he's too short, we're not gonna get far. We're not gonna get far enough for me to know whether you're a good or bad person. So if I'm saying to her, you're this far, ma'am, be with the man. If I was this far in this, I'm definitely staying with the guy. Like Gina said, the economy is tight. You don't know. Okay, keep playing. They play. Where's the burner boy?
So the question is, how do you shake an ick?
Because Brent, sorry, can we even just go to the fact that my girl has said that she has bad luck with men? Bro, like...
If that don't shake your ick, I don't know what will,
everybody
bro.
in the comments talking about, don't listen to them. I don't think you lot are using, like... Do you know what I mean? Like, think with your brain and think long term.
You
And
cannot...
she
do
put
you know,
age too, isn't it?
She's 34 as well.
but wait for
do you know
it,
what I
though.
mean? It's like...
But Gina, yeah, if you have an ick with a guy, if there's something about a guy that is physically and visibly an ick, you're not going this far. Do you know what an ick is?
Esther, did I not say that? So
She hasn't got an ick. Everybody on the internet has an ick for sure, guys, and she's projecting other people's icks. You cannot have an ick. Do you know people know what icks is? Like an ick, yeah. Oh, baby, you can't. That's why you can't come back from an ick. You can't. But this here is not an ick. She cares more about what other people think. She cares about other people's opinions. This is not, by definition, an ick.
Can the ick only activate when you're out in public?
No, that's not how icks work. Because even in the private time, you'll be looking at this person like...
But she has said she hasn't shown him to her friends yet.
Exactly, so that's why it's not an
she's
ick.
laced the guy. So it sounds as though the ick only activates when people are looking.
But what I'm telling you is that by definition...
Precisely.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
so
what
how
I'm
does she shake
saying
that
though...
then?
No, but what I'm
How
saying is
does
that by
she shake that?
definition... That is
The
not an
validation
ick.
thing.
By definition, that's not how icks work.
I don't want to reduce her.
No, I get it, but I guess for the
It's reduced.
No, but for the conversation, she's referred to it as an ick, so we should address it as an ick, right? Because that's what she's.
But I
called
think that's
it.
going to help her.
So,
I think letting her know that
it's not really
it's not an ick is going to help her get over this fake ick.
How can you tell her it's
It's a
not
fake.
ick?
No, but then
How can you tell her it's not ick if it's
Because that's not how
giving her
icks
the ick?
work.
You
No,
can't-
but then
how can you
She's
tell her
misusing
how
the
her
word.
icks
It's the
work?
same way people use the word. The
You
misuse.
can't tell her how her icks
narcissist.
work.
I can.
You can't.
I can because I can
His
tell
height
you.
gives her the
I
ick.
can tell you when someone's using the word narcissism wrong. I can tell you when someone's using the word sociopath wrong. In the same way, I can tell you when you're using the word ick wrong.
You can't
You
tell-
cannot
you
have
can't-
an ick about somebody and be sleeping with them. What
Yes,
kind of
you
ick is
can.
that?
Yes, you can.
you know
Okay.
what?
Okay, fair. It's an ick.
There's
For the-
bare
for the-
people that
for the-
sleep with people that
for
give
the-
that's
for
got
the
that give them
sake of
ick.
this-
It's an
for
ick.
There's
the
people that
sake
sleep with
of-
people with red flags.
Excuse me.
There's people that sleep with people
Gina
with
speaks on
icks.
International Women's Day. You do not interrupt Black women on International Women's Day. That's wild. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted you do such.
Smile.
I can't believe you do something like that. Wow. On a day like this? Wow.
Don't relax.
Wow. Don't you excuse me, what are you promoting over there?
You know what? He just wants spice.
Sorry, Gina.
That's what he wants.
That's your work,
All
queen.
right.
Gosh.
Okay, so for the sake of this convo, let's call it an ick, right? And
Yeah.
how she can get over it. I think she just needs to block out the noise and stop caring about what society has to say or what they think, because at the end of the day, when you leave those people, it's just you and that person.
Word.
Do you see
You
what I
mean, little
mean?
man.
So
You're a fool.
are you going to allow everybody else to dictate what actually makes you happy?
I said you and your little man.
Oh, did you say little man? Is that what you said?
Wait, when you were like, at the end of the day, it's just how many
I thought you said you and your man, not little man.
You're making it hard for her.
Do you know what? Trust me. She come here for advice, and you're here. You up. Do you know what? Though, I think as well. To add to what Gina said, I agree with everything Gina said. I also think about your past experiences. Nothing in life will humble you than remembering when you were taken for idiot. And if that don't help you go with the ick, I think then leave that guy alone to go and find love where he needs to find love. I think you should stay with the guy. I don't think that ick you have is worth dropping a really great guy.
It's a real ick though. It's like you can't. I don't know why you're trying to diminish the experience.
I'm not doing it. I just
No, you know what it is. No.
He's 150 centimeters. You know?
So what do you want me to tell?
You know what I think it is? What you're not comprehending. Esther isn't saying that it's not an ick and it cannot be classed as an ick.
He's 150 centimeters.
It's because she's she's gone past that stage.
This is it.
Do you not get it?
So what do you want me to tell her? Okay,
Like,
what's your advice?
I can say.
Since you know every fucking thing, what's your advice? What's your advice, King? Go on.
Find a tall man. Because you know what? One thing that's for sure. You're gonna have some short babies.
Not necessarily, you know.
Sometimes we having kids looking like Shaq. You never know.
Genetics are actually crazy.
It is, man.
I don't think it even guarantees that.
You don't think?
No, because you can have do you know what I mean?
Men.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh,
so
men can sleep with anything.
Women can sleep with men that give them the ick. The women are such liars.
It's not that they can't, but I think you lot definitely.
ridiculous. Okay, so men can, women can't sleep with men that give them the ick. Anyway. So yeah.
I've seen women sleep with men that give them high blood pressure, much less the ick.
High blood pressure is different to the ick.
He's
Do you know
moaning
what the
about
ick
everything
is?
about this brother, about the same guy who says he only gave you the ick after you broke up, after he stank and he ain't got no money and his boxes
Yeah,
dirty.
the Willy blurs the lines.
And the Willy blurs the lines,
yeah,
innit?
yeah.
Come on, man.
But that's
Women be
what-
sleeping with men that give them the ick all the
That's what
time.
I'm saying though. Anyway. An ick is so serious, yeah. Oh, icks. I've got the ick from thinking about icks. There's no way you're going to be lip-syncing somebody and kissing somebody and being intimate with somebody that gives you the ick. Do you know what an ick is?
Even if it isn't an ick, yeah.
Even when Iman, when my phone rings, I'm like, oh, I'm disgusted. And you think I'm going to come and be naked with you? Oh, honey. Sorry, Iman.
No, I was just gonna say, like, even if it isn't an ick,
There's something.
it's something
It's
serious
something,
enough.
though.
But
you
that's
know
what I'm
I
saying.
mean?
But that's what I was saying to her, that it's society. It's about society, because her worries about her friends seeing this man as treating her well. That's not important.
Yeah, but everyone to
This
some
is-
degree does that.
But you got to
though.
work on it though.
This is
You
possible.
can't live in that.
I just pictured it.
Oh, gosh.
As only when it is that you just said, when you see his name pop up on your phone, you're like, "Eh." I could understand that. But I think it, like I said, it only gets activated when it's a
When it's
physical.
diff- oh, yeah,
when
when
they're actually seen.
She's
It's a visual
reminded of
thing.
it. So you're saying she forgets and she's reminded of it.
100%. And it's
Yeah.
only when it is she
Then don't look in the mirror.
Don't look in the mirror.
Don't take pictures.
Don't go to restaurants with doors and windows. It's the whole thing. But I get what you mean, because yeah, you're
Don't
right in
sit on
that.
stools as well.
Imagine his legs swinging and
You've got to jump up.
yeah, I would that. Because you're right in that. Yeah, you're right in that.
Okay.
You're right in that. Everybody, like people, a lot of times you care what other people think.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's a healthy way to live. Because say she leaves this guy, yeah, let's just say, God forbid, she doesn't find another guy. You've left a great guy for the opinions of your friends who are in their private... When your friends get their man, they're going to be with their man, not with you. But you're going to dump your man because of your friend's opinion. Oh, honey. JJ Lewis says, Marks, those will be some short babies. Like he's not passing down baldness to you.
Oh no, the bald gene comes from the woman. Google it. Comes from the woman's side.
On International Women's Day.
Yeah, check.
So yeah, check.
I don't need to check. Emmanuel, is that correct?
I don't know if that's correct, man.
Google
Why
it.
would Emmanuel know?
You know what I
Because
mean?
he's
I'm
the-
not bad.
No, I'm not. He's the paragon of knowledge.
And whoever said that sounds so short. 'Cause you sound so short, boy. 'Cause,
No, so bad. The name
mean,
is JJ. No,
he's
JJ
like-
Lewis.
you
Very
need-
short names.
yeah, if he was just J by himself, it could have been tall. But they put the two J's,
Like
overcompensating.
Joshua.
You're
Like
overcompensating for some of that height. You'd be lacking. 'Cause,
Hey, the sparking thing will come back, you know.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is, yeah, like if Kevin Hart approached me, innit, I'm dating Kevin Hart.
But
Because Kevin Hart and
5'2".
Nico, he's 5'2".
Oh, is he?
He's 5'2" and Nico is about 5'6".
yeah, but when he stands on his money, he's taller. So
Okay,
it's
period.
different.
So like he and his wife are like, it's about the same height difference this girl's talking about.
I didn't think it was that short, you know.
He's
5'2". What's Lil Wayne?
4'9" probably. You know he's got health conditions. I feel like he keeps shrinking by the day. And he does all that alleged drugs, so who knows. But personally, and I will only give advice that I will take. If I'm this far with a guy, I've got to look within. My ick is I'm clearly not icked out enough to have been sleeping with him, to have been spending time with him, and know that I like him. But if showing him to my friends, like Gina said earlier, like if your friends are saying anything, they're eggs, sorry. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, if you're with this person and you guys are dealing with life stuff. It's you and him. It's your friends are not going to be involved. Don't focus on so much on what your friend. If your friends care about you, your friends will be happy that you're with the person. If I bring in wherever person I bring in, my friends will be happy that, do you know what, he's treating you well. Are you happy? That's what matters. Are you happy? I don't even think, and I think sometimes as well, we make things bigger in our heads than reality. Your friends are not going to care until you go, God forbid, you go and tell your friend something bad about him, then they might say, oh, and he's short as well. That's the only time that might come up. But other than that, me personally, I think you stay with the guy. And he's lot, some of you have branded me as the face for pushing divorces. So, and that's come from me, so I think this is great advice.
Apparently, it's fake news about the female genes causing
That's all good.
baldness.
That's just someone else who said what I said
Can you
opposite
ask
to what I
Bart, please?
said.
Can you
That's
ask
not
Jermaine?
proof. I said one thing and then someone said opposite. You're saying apparently. That's not apparent. That's not proof.
Can you ask Jermaine, please?
This is Gemini I'm talking to.
Oh, you took the Gemini.
Yes.
Why do I keep calling
It comes from
different names?
it's hereditary from the woman's side of the family.
Yeah, but AI
I'm not
said no.
listening to you.
Yeah, but that AI don't know this.
Just
Okay.
get yourself some plant made, man. You'll be fine.
No. Get you some inches, honey. Get you some inches and all be well. But yeah, man, I don't know. I just think that, and again, I'm not trying to dismiss the fact that it is important to you. I get it. I understand. But I just think that a lot of things, and this is a journey that I have been on, I'm on, a lot of things that if I'm caring about people's opinions, I've got to figure out why it is I care about this thing. If shortness is an ick to me, I've got to figure out why it's an ick for me. And if me being scared showing to my friends is the reason, that's not reason enough, in my opinion. I say you enjoy your lovely love, man.
I think you made a good point though
Stuff in the streets.
about when you said, you know what, if you leave him,
Yeah.
and you get to like 36, I don't know, 38, God forbid, whatever, and you think back and say, if I could go back and accept him and keep him,
Yep.
then you know your answer, man.
This is it. I just said a guy once from a tribe that I never thought would be my story. With my story. And I remember at the time I was like, but then I started to think realistically, like, okay, like, where is this? Why am I thinking this way? And when I got down to the bottom, I said, that's not what matters. What matters is the fact that he's God-fearing, he's kind, he's this, he's that, he's that. Obviously, everybody chopped records at the end of it, but that's not the point. German had to weigh up what was more important. So, that's just my 2 pence.
Emmanuel, can you understand Igbo?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I need to translate something for me, please.
Good. I'm glad. That's
It
fantastic.
doesn't have to be verbatim, but just
I'll
if you
try
can
my
get a gist.
best. Yeah.
That's what you pick up.
All right, let me just load it up.
Chijoke, though, I hope you activate. Is Chijoke in the chat?
Oh,
today?
is he Igbo?
Yes.
Oh.
He'll probably be better.
No.
than me.
Let Iman go first.
All right, let's go.
Because
with
you
it.
said with confidence. Let Iman go first.
All right.
I'm a bit rusty, but
Is that a bit
I should be able to get the gist.
Fit for you.
I will go to work, come back from my
If I'm in
night
Nigeria, you're going to tell me to
We
do
balance
that.
here, I will still make you breakfast, still make you lunch, still make you dinner.
If I'm in Nigeria,
You
you're
don't
going to
fix the house,
tell me.
even to sweep the house. You cannot help.
Oh, don't tell my children.
You don't. I don't have my children. So
Don't tell children.
If
They got children.
Oh,
You
Chims
want
as
me to
well.
go and do what
I'll
you want.
hurry up and go. I don't know.
That's what I'm going to go. You have a plan B. You have a plan now.
Plan B, zero.
You have a plan B. That's why you said you have the God to tell me to hurry up.
If I have a
You are
plan.
telling me to hurry up.
Yes.
I'll go hurry up. You go try that your plan B. Make it start to be.
Leave it.
You go try that your plan B. Don't worry. I'm leaving. Don't worry. Let me go grab it.
Yes, get out. Only to make fish you cannot make. Cook rice, you cannot cook rice. Every little thing they say do, you cannot do. Every time you are complaining, you will carry title ship all the way from Nigeria. You come to Canada with title ship. You will not support your wife. Are you not looking at your mates? Are you not looking at your mates? The way they help their wife. Your own you be bragging. Now, poor Fuhariaka. Diego. You need a chicken to do it.
No problem.
People go there out of bed.
No problem.
Hurry up and leave. Yes.
No
And you
problem.
want all of us to share everything 50-50.
But I want to check it. Are we not working?
But you can.
Are we not working?
But you cannot help in the house.
Are we not working?
And you will not help in the house. You
Are we not working?
Yeah,
Am I supposed to do everything for you?
Okay, I'm working. Are you not working too? Why can't you help? Why can't you help and cook and do all
Why
that?
can't I have my cook?
I'm
I
not
should help you do that.
Sorry. I'm not going to let you guys do Brent like that. They do speak Igbo in there.
But Brent, what do you mean?
People are basically saying that, yeah, but they're speaking English. Brent is speaking
Majority
English.
is English, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but
I
she
can
said
understand the
She
English.
said the parts
Yeah.
in Igbo. So that's the part that we want translation for. So
Yeah.
Chijoke,
Yeah.
Chims.
So just some context. I sent this to Esther and asked her if she could understand the part I didn't understand.
Yeah.
Huh?
Then I let him know that they're speaking Igbo. And so I can't translate Igbo.
Yeah.
So, Iman, what were they saying?
Basically, she was she was kind of reiterating what she said in English.
Is that right?
The safest response.
Imagine translating Igbo, you're speaking Yoruba at the same time. Okay. Bilingual.
Remember the other day that we learned, men and women speak different languages. So yeah, man. So basically, she was just saying, look, this is what men have turned into nowadays, yeah. And yeah, basically the gist of it is there.
I love that. It's not that the gist of it is there, But no, I do want to know that Chijoke and Chims, if you guys are fluent in Igbo and understand, please let me know. I was messaging to my Igbo friend, I forgot. But yeah.
I'm not Mags, by the way.
What's
Why?
that mean?
What?
The kind of
Everyone
things
speak
that they
Afrikaans.
accuse me of, I'm not capable of that.
The kind of thing.
Yeah, I could understand a hell of that, right?
Yeah.
Even in the angst exchange,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could guess
You get the,
that they were talking about such and such. He's a person that it would be like, I'm not understanding anything that's happening right now. But I'm not the type.
I would.
You understand all of that, right?
What was going on just now?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would I understand what's going on?
There you have it. African correspondent.
Precisely. Precisely.
Oh no! Did you say why the fuck wouldn't I or why the fuck would I?
Would I?
Oh gosh, yeah, you've just embarrassed me.
What is that about? That just about the man and woman arguing?
Yeah, I was reading
They
for
were
you.
speaking English.
Yeah, but I wasn't listening to
You weren't
that.
listening.
Oh, you weren't listening?
Just moaning about work or something. I
You
don't
just
know.
wasn't listening.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to
Okay,
that.
that's fine.
Do you know what? Though? That's been an conversation I've been seeing on Nigerian Twitter a lot about like when people move abroad and then they expect a Nigerian, because obviously in Nigeria, like they've got the traditional mindset anyway, even though it's not, they've got a traditional mindset anyway. So he's then come to abroad with the same mindset, but then she's like, yeah, but we're doing 50-50, so 50-50 in chores as well. And he was like, if we're in Nigeria, would you talk to me like that? It's so mad. It's so mad when you hear stuff like that.
So how come nobody's apologizing to me?
Oh,
Why are
'cause-
people not allowed to slander me and apologize? Not taking
I
back.
would, boy, I would like to see the
That's
apologies. because
crazy.
If God forbid it was only women saying that, it would be like, oh my
activity in the
gosh,
chat.
women like accountability.
Activity, but when
Bruh.
context is given now,
No, but Brent,
Bless you.
you know we don't get apologies.
this is crazy.
We don't get apologies.
This is funny. I need to do this more often then.
Oh, by the way, Chims, who's Igbo man,
Big up Chims.
he has confirmed what I said.
No.
He said she just repeated herself.
First of all, don't tag us
emphasized
Chims.
the
No, because
I
that's
said it.
Chims is an Igbo man, but you were bullshit.
I just
No, you
understand
guessed.
Igbo.
No.
Oh,
no,
man.
You don't understand Igbo.
Ah,
No.
Chims, Chijoke, Namdi, everyone help me.
Namdi.
Listen, I'm your Igbo brother too, man. God damn it.
Question.
You're damn. You are so annoying.
Has she got a point?
Of course she has.
Has she got a point, Emmanuel?
That point is something I can't see. No.
Why you can't see? What point
I
can't you
can't see that point.
Why can't you see the point?
Because
Because what?
I have blinkers on.
What? What did you
No,
say?
I'm joking. No, she has a point, man.
What's the point that she's making?
Huh?
What's the point she's
We
making?
heard it together.
Nope. I didn't hear it. Talk to me like I'm 3 years old. What was the point she was making?
We have to try and prioritize our kids and sit down and work together.
I'm so
Esther,
disappointed.
it's
Don't dare call my
International
name.
Women's Day.
Exactly.
Let's
This is
be
what you're doing.
positive.
This is what you're doing on International
Focus
Women's Day.
on the good side.
This is what you are doing on International Women's Day. I'm disgusted. But no, she's got a point though. If you're going to go 50-50 in terms of sharing house bills, we're going 50-50 in domesticated work. That you can't be sitting here thinking you're lord of the manor when I'm working. Because someone's like, there's chances that she's probably a nurse as well. She's been on her feet all day. You can't take care of the kids. You can't clean the house. You can't do anything. But you think because you're paying for the bills in the house, and you're not even covering the bills 100%. If you're covering the bills 100%, I can hear it. But you're covering the bills 50-50 with her, but you expect her to do 100% of the work.
Do you agree with that, Emmanuel?
It's mad.
Because the 50-50 sounds a bit mad.
I mean,
What sounds
I
mad?
don't, all that stuff is just down to how a family chooses to operate in it.
But
That's
then,
it. If they feel like it doesn't work, then they need to sit down and figure out something that works for them, man.
so you're saying that you think it's fair for you to go half and half on bills, but then all the domesticated stuff, the women do
That's what I'm saying.
do the majority of the work.
I don't even know how you heard that, Gina.
No, I'm asking.
I'm basically saying it's not a fair, a good or a bad thing. It's just a thing. And it depends on the family that are doing it. You know what I'm saying? If they both feel like, this is not fair, this, that, and the third, then you sit down and reorganize.
So let me ask you, what's your opinion then? Do you think it's fair for them to go 50-50 on bills and then she still carry? Yeah, I said fair. Do you still feel like she should carry a majority of the workload?
It's not fair.
It's not?
Not fair, no.
But what?
I'm just saying it's not fair.
It's not fair.
So what would be how do we make it fair?
We sit down and we look at how we can make this fair.
No.
Do you know what he's saying
Let's have a
opposite him?
conversation.
No, how do we make it fair?
Opposite this one, I can't believe what he's saying.
How do we make it fair? Because it's unfair at the minute, right?
This just seems
So
like...
what would be the solution?
I don't
If you
understand.
dare make yourself a victim here, I'm gonna throw something at you. I swear to God. If you dare, Gina's asked you a question. Please
I
answer
don't
it.
even know. Listen, able people,
No, leave them out of it.
This is not
Gina's
my
asked you a
fight.
question.
No,
Gina's
I'm
asked you a
asking
question.
you. Forget the fact that they're Igbo.
Yeah.
They could be Chinese, Japanese, like
Whatever.
I'm asking a basic question. How do you feel like that situation can be made fair?
I mean,
and
again...
and don't give me the let's have a conversation vibe because
No,
that's
but
not.
doesn't it start there though? You start with the conversation. You basically focus on your strengths. Focus on the things that people...
Okay,
Okay,
you
what
know
do you
what?
mean?
I'm gonna
What looks fair?
leave it. Do you know what? Next time I'm gonna remember this answer. Next time when it comes to
I
something,
haven't even
and
finished.
you're so gung ho.
Okay, finish then.
Because you have women in the
wait.
world.
Finish.
Alright,
Finish.
You know, maybe I don't see what the issue is.
No, okay,
Tell me
finish.
what I said.
No, wait. What would you? Because I'll do that.
Yeah, tell me.
You finish first. Finish your
Yeah,
answer.
basically, I'm
You
just
can
saying,
said you
you
weren't
sit
finished.
down, you talk about the issue. Okay, both of you have agreed this is not fair. How can we make it fair? Okay, cool. I'm earning 50-50 and you're doing all of this. Okay, I can take this particular thing that I'm strong in. This particular thing, you're strong at this. Maybe you're cooking or whatever it may be. You continue doing the cooking. I don't understand. You have to sit down and talk about it, right?
You said a whole bunch of nothing.
But I don't
You
understand.
spent you said a bunch of nothing. So in this scenario, we've got this case study now.
Yeah.
How do we make it fair?
I don't know their situation though.
Okay, so the situation is that it was very clear because if you were listening, because
No, because we don't know.
No,
Remember the arguments, people just talk.
She said they both go out to work.
Yes.
They contribute 50-50 to the household.
Okay.
However, she's the one who does the cooking. She cleans the house and she takes care of the kids. This is what she said to him. How do we make that fair?
And he
Actually,
also
do you think
said,
that's unfair in the first place?
He also said, in Nigeria, you won't be talking like this.
Exactly. Which is wild.
But
He
in
said
Niger-
you wouldn't have talked to me like this in
But
Nigeria.
also the crazy thing is, I feel like in Nigeria she wouldn't be paying 50-50 with
Okay.
the bills anyway.
There you go. So
No,
no,
but-
different in that.
No, but then
respect,
that's a
No, you
There
don't
you
go.
go.
No, you don't go. No, you don't go. You didn't move.
How can you say there you go?
I said
'Cause
there
you're
you
just-
go.
you're
There you
just-
There you go. It's sick.
Why are you going so wild?
You're proving the point.
Proof at what point?
Oh, never mind.
I'm on
You
your
know what?
side.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You're not. You never are.
This is IW
You're
Day.
never
This is
on.
International
You're
Women's
never
Day.
on the right
God
side.
damn it, I'm a feminist.
I'm not doing this.
I
no.
love Gina. I
Don't
love
you
you,
dare
Esther.
make this the
God
topic of the
damn
day. Don't you dare make this the topic of the day. This is not a topic of the day. You can have the day you deserve. On
Are you
International
still
Women's
supposed
Day.
to be
just
talking
get
about
along?
this woman, Short King?
No. We moved on from that. We told her to stay with him.
When did we do
We ain't
that?
even got the headlines, you know.
When did we do that?
First of all, you never cared about the time on the show. You close your mouth over there. Tell me about we ain't got to the headlines. We've only got one set left. Sorry, no. Me and Gina told her to weigh up what's important and essentially be with the man. Okay. You, on the other hand, told her to find her talking. Iman, on the other hand, well.
Yeah, what did you say? You said what?
What are you saying?
About what?
Forget about the woman with the short guy.
Yeah, I agree with you, innit? I said that if, for example, you look back in time and you're not with somebody and you say to yourself, you know what, if I could go back in time and change things and be with that man, that's your answer. That's how I see it.
I just seen a comment in the chat and I don't want to be cheeky today.
It's too late. It's on the screen. You have to read it out.
God bless you, man.
Can we just get into our next headlines, please? Because
Thank you.
I can't say what I want to say. She'll never tune in again. Next headlines, please.
All right, so our next headlines.
That's back.
The former US President Donald Trump has been ordered to pay a 6-figure legal bill to a company founded by a former British spy whom Trump unsuccessfully sued for making what his lawyer called shocking and scandalous false claims that harmed his reputation. A London judge who threw out the case against Orbis Business Intelligence last month, saying it was bound to fail, ordered Trump to pay legal fees of £300,000, is according to court documents released on Thursday. Orbis was founded by Christopher Steele, who once ran the Russia desk for Britain's SIS, Secret Intelligence Service. By the way, big up Enoch. He sent me an article,
Big up him.
about this black director of the SIS, who is now one of the spies for MI6, and basically saying, yo, they're trying to get more black people in there. And I thought, Esther, you said you wanted to be part of MI.
I did. One of them.
Mike, you want to be one of them?
Yes, I do want to be, MI6 or something like that.
All right. So if you can find a way to balance it with TDA, you can apply.
It's too late. You've already spoke about it publicly. They ain't gonna hire you.
No, but that's the thing though.
Double bluff and that.
They might think, because I've spoken about publicly, you guys will not think I'm part of them.
There you
but
go.
I might be.
Mm-hmm.
Never know.
But yes, the British court case was one of few in which Trump, who is almost sure to win a 2024 Republican presidential nomination, was not a defendant as he faces massive legal problems back home. Trump is charged in 4 criminal cases and faces a civil complaint in US courts. He lost a subsequent defamation case in which a jury found him liable for sexual abuse and has been ordered to pay $355 million after a fraud verdict against his businesses. Next headline, we have to be careful with this one. But according to organisers, trigger warning, organisers have confirmed that Israel will be allowed to compete at the Eurovision Song Contest 2024 after changing the lyrics to its songs.
Please be careful. Content Jack Rabbit is still.
God damn it. You mean content Ack Rabbit.
Uh-huh.
There you go. We gotta be careful, man. We gotta be careful. So Eden Golan will represent the country at the contest in Sweden this May. Her original song, October Rain, was thought to reference the Hamas attacks of 7th October and had been barred for breaking rules on political neutrality. Israel's public broadcaster agreed to amend the song, which is now called Hurricane, and they're going to be unveiling it this weekend. So in a statement, the EBU, the European Broadcasting Union, which organises the contest, said earlier that the EBU can confirm that the official submission from its Israeli member, Can, has been deemed eligible to compete in the Eurovision Song Contest in May. The contest reference group, its governing board, made the decision to accept the song Hurricane for the upcoming competition after careful scrutiny of the lyrics. It was agreed that Hurricane met the necessary criteria for participation in accordance with the rules of the competition. On Wednesday, Belgium's French-speaking culture minister, Benedict Linard, called for Israel to be banned from the Eurovision as long as the war in Gaza continues. What do you guys think about this quickly here? This particular culture minister said on X, just like Russia has been excluded from competitions and Eurovision following its invasion of Ukraine, Israel should be excluded until it puts an end to its flagrant violations of international law, which are causing thousands of victims, especially children. Oh, y'all don't want the spark to come back? Okay then. Let's give TDA clear audio. All right, so our last headline. You gotta be careful, man. The whooping cough apparently is coming back, man.
Is it?
Yeah, unfortunately, man. Officials are warning that there's a worrying rise in whooping cough, with 553 cases in England recorded in January alone, and high numbers also in Wales. They fear it could be a bumper year for the bacterial infection. The last peak year was 2016, where there were about 5,949 cases in England. Known as pertussis, or 100-day cough, the infection can be particularly serious for babies and infants. And the UK Health Security Agency warns of a steady decline in uptake of the vaccine in pregnant women and children. The first signs, for those out there, make sure, taking proper precautions, but the first signs of whooping cough are similar to a cold, with a runny nose and a sore throat. But after about a week, the infection can develop into coughing bouts that last a few minutes and are typically worse at night. Young babies may also make a distinctive whoop or have difficulty breathing after a bout of coughing. Yeah, just be careful out there, guys. I kind of just, made that expression because I feel like that kind of describes so many different things, man. Almost everything when you got a kid. But anyway, that's it for the headlines, man. Time to pay the bills.
All right, let's get into the reaction.
Welcome to the reaction, people. Where I'll read out your sports headlines. There was games in Europe last night, and I don't think anybody actually cared. Europa League and Conference. The English teams ain't faring too well, to be fair. Apart from Liverpool, obviously, Liverpool beat Sparta Prague 5-1. But Brighton Hove got spanked 4-0 by Roma, which is definitely not a good look. Even though, if you go Britain, Rangers drew 2-2 with Benfica. West Ham lost 1-0 to Freiburg. And in the Conference League, more of the same. Villa drew with Ajax. Are Villa the only English team left in the Conference League? Yeah. It's tough over here, man. It's definitely tough, man. It's not working. So bad day in the rap game for the British teams, man. But yeah, well, let's talk about the ones that done all right. So Liverpool warmed up for Sunday's huge Premier League encounter with Man City in fine fashion as they earned a 5-1 first leg lead over Sparta Prague in the Europa League's last 16. Alexis McAllister benefited from some sloppy Sparta defending to win, then score a penalty after just 6 minutes. But Liverpool relied on some wasteful finishing from their Czech hosts, plus some heroic defending from Keller and Cole to avoid being pegged back. But Liverpool added 2 more before the break through Darwin Núñez, who fired from the edge of the box before volleying into the far corner on the stroke of half-time in the striker's first start back after a muscle injury. The second half, however, started in a disaster for Liverpool as half-time substitute Conor Bradley conceded an own goal with his first touch of the game before defender Ibrahima Konate limped off with a concerning injury. Though Jurgen Klopp confirmed after the game his substitution was precautionary. Ibra said to me, "If I do another sprint, it could be set," the Liverpool boss said. "Should be fine, but we don't know." Joe Gomez, who came off at half-time, is fine. Played a lot rotation, so let's see what we do. Luis Diaz finished from inside the box, restored Liverpool's 3-goal lead 8 minutes after the break, before they welcomed back Dominic Szoboszlai and Mohamed Salah off the bench after respective injuries. And then, well, it says Anthony Joshua is lighter than Ngannou. This is what's going on. That's tomorrow, isn't it?
Today.
Ain't it Saturday?
No, Friday, man. Today.
I'm watching it.
I would have missed that.
Well, good.
All boxing's on Saturday.
Good thing
Yeah.
you're reading right now.
Good thing.
Sounds switching it up.
Good thing we got the reaction, boy. God dang.
Could be a good one.
All right, cool. So Francis Ngannou tipped the scales at almost 1.5 stones heavier than Britain Anthony Joshua at a lively weigh-in for Friday's heavyweight bout in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The ex-UFC champion competing in just his second pro boxing bout weighed in at 19 stones 6 pounds. Two-time world champion Joshua weighed 18 stone as the pair rounded off what have been a civil fight week build-up. Official predictions, I deliver, I'm the postman, Joshua said. The 34-year-old dismantled Otto Wallin in Riyadh 3 months ago and is looking for a 4th win in the space of 11 months. Ngannou, 37, comes in 2 pounds heavier than when he almost shot the world in his boxing debut as he took WBC champion Tyson Fury to the wire in October. "This is just my second boxing match, even though I am taking on 2 of the best guys in the world in boxing," Ngannou said. I'm going in there to prove that you can be the underdog and make it and stand my ground." Mm-hmm. And our last headline...
You going to call it?
Huh?
You going to call it?
Ngannou.
Emmanuel?
That's impossible.
Huh?
That's impossible. He ain't gonna win that.
Yeah, you don't think Ngannou's going to beat Joshua?
No, AJ's gonna win that.
You
And
think
it's,
so?
It's gonna be quite easy.
You think AJ's going to beat him easily?
Yeah, it's gonna be easy.
If we get the upset,
Really?
imagine how I'm going to look.
If we get the upset,
It's worth the risk, man.
AJ will probably he has to consider like just calling it a day.
Retiring.
Yeah.
I don't mind being on the wrong side of history, man. I'm taking a stance. It's worth a risk. Clip me up, Brent, and Ngannou. Actually, wait till after tonight. Wait till after tonight, man.
Well, Gina, you think Ngannou's gonna win?
I think so, you know.
Serious?
I don't,
He's had one professional fight.
I know.
I think it's going to be tougher than people think. I think he's going to come out and perform again.
I think he's gonna
Did
perform.
he
but
win against Fury?
No, he lost.
Did he?
Yeah.
I think technically he lost.
Did he really lose, yeah, or was it more because it's like there was no way
They
they were
didn't want to
gonna
upset.
like think about it. There was no way they could have let that actually. Do you know what I mean?
Did he knock him down?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He did, didn't it?
Yeah.
So, and I'm not gonna lie,
What time's the
I'm
fight?
not saying nothing actually. I haven't got the energy to see myself on the internet, so let me keep my mouth shut.
All right, I'm watching the fight tonight then.
Yeah, I know, but I kind of needed to because it was.
That baby pink. Let me see this colour. Come here, give me. I like this colour. And you still.
Thanks.
I picked it for her as well when she was in the nail shop. She asked me what one I should get,
Of course you did.
and I picked this one. What? I didn't pick your nail colour for you.
No,
So you're gonna lie now?
I'm like you're the one lying on International Women's Day.
It's the best day to do.
Tough crowd.
Our last headline says Joseph Parker is confident he'll shock the boxing world with Zhang upset. So Joseph Parker is embracing the underdog status as he prepares to take on China's Zhang for the WBO interim heavyweight title in Saudi Arabia, with the Kiwi boxer saying he's in his career best form. Parker, 34-3, 23 KOs, is the betting underdog against Zhang, who's 26-1-1 with 21 KOs, who has been labelled the boogeyman of the heavyweight division due to his incredible power and enormous frame. However, this hasn't deterred Parker, who is relishing yet another opportunity to prove the doubters wrong. He's the favourite going into this fight. They say I'm the underdog, but I'm going to show you what I can do. What I can do come fight night, he said during the pre-fight press conference. When everything is going good in camp and everything is balanced and you feel great and you're seeing results, I feel dangerous. I really do. And Zhang is going to feel the danger. This wouldn't be the first time Parker has produced a massive upset in the ring. Just 3 months ago, he dominated former world champion Deontay Wilder in almost every round on his way to the historic unanimous decision victory. That wasn't surprising. Wilder's whack. Only E-Man likes him.
Is that true?
He's dangerous. Well, he was. He was dangerous, you know.
Wilder's whack, man.
Nah, man. He's one of the most like
Like he can
hardest
punch.
punchers.
Like he can punch. Like he's got a heavy hand. Like yes, but he's as far as boxing goes, he's whack.
Yeah, boxing skill. He's definitely not. He's nothing to talk about. But
He's just always fighting some nutter. Like no one knows. Like they don't even care about him in America. Anyway,
he's got like I think he had joint record defenses, heavyweights.
is it?
Yeah, he's a serious guy, man.
He's probably not even top 50 in pay-per-view sales. No, he don't do it. Yeah, man. But that's it, man. We're done. Let's get into. I want to say down it here, but I don't like this. Should I do it? Take of it. What to say about this? The thing that's left here is that you don't want to tell me that the Indian police have cleared a suspected Chinese spy pigeon after 18 months in bird lockup. I mean, I don't know what you want to do with this.
As in a human being, and the code name for the human is spy pigeon or an actual bird pigeon?
India locked up a pigeon for 8 months
Yeah, but you're
because
also
they
speaking.
thought it was a Chinese spy pigeon.
Yeah, but you're speaking
But
to the person.
it's been cleared
Yeah,
and released.
I hear it though. Cause just no, but wait, you're looking at somebody whose nation arrested a goat.
Ah, okay.
You know, so
It's on brand.
yeah, at least we know where the pigeon is. The goat was eaten. The goat became pepper soup.
But you all
So-
probably thought that goat had different forms.
No, so basically, the goat was a thief, whilst being chased, turned into a goat to escape.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah, so it wasn't a goat; it was a human. So I get that.
Okay, fair
And
enough.
I'm not sure if India has that type
That kind of
of
belief. They should. There's a lot going on over there.
How did they work out this was a spy pigeon? So, one second. India police cleared a suspected spy pigeon after 8 months detention and released
Wait.
it into the wild.
But don't you think to go and report back to the
To the Chinese.
what it's seen, what it's seen and been through? I think they can use. I think that could work there.
Oh, well,
That could be a
listen.
thing.
The pigeon's ordeal began in May when it was captured.
Pigeon's ordeal.
When it was captured near a port in Mumbai with 2 rings tied to its legs, carrying words that looked like Chinese. The police suspected it was involved in espionage and took it in. Later, sent it to the Mumbai's Chakrabi Dinshu Petite Hospital for Animals.
Nailed it.
You're so annoying.
Eventually, it turned out the pigeon was an open water racing bird from Taiwan that had escaped and made its way to India. With police permission, the bird was transferred to the Bombay Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, whose doctors set it free on Tuesday. Mumbai police could not be reached for comment. It's not the first time a bird has come under police suspicion in India.
Really?
So
This is regular.
This is regular.
They
For
just
them.
be doing this, capturing birds. And
Why did
knowing
these?
the right
Why
kind of
did?
birds.
Why did these? I don't understand why you put that in there for me.
That was researchers, you know.
Wow.
Big up the research and that. You know what I'm saying?
You just can't get the
Big up the
people, you know.
researchers.
To be honest, I actually think that's good for Done Out Here.
I thought it was a nice one, man.
Yeah, but yet you want to just throw the researchers on the bus.
No, I want to give them the praise.
Who's done it?
Has to be the government that arrested them. Whoever said
Get that pigeon.
Yeah, exactly. Whoever said that.
Arrest that pigeon.
Wacky races, isn't it?
But they caught it.
They got
They
it.
did.
They got it.
They caught it.
We only did 2 days. You could
No,
just-
he never done 8 months.
8 months.
Yeah.
That pigeon is
That
definitely
is a
trained.
stretch.
How long the pigeon? What's the pigeon's life cycle? I don't think it's 8 months. In my mind, pigeons are disposable.
It depends, you know. Trafalgar Square ones are different to the ones.
That's why they
in,
get killed.
in Acton.
How long do pigeons live?
Please, can you ask Jerome? What's his name?
Let's ask Jermaine. You know.
Gemini.
Nah, it's Jermaine. I like Jermaine. What is a pigeon's life cycle? I'm very intrigued by that. How long do they live?
I'd like to know that.
Let's see.
Because they give me like worm vibes. They just multiply. Caterpillar.
I think 5 years.
5 years.
Well, they all have souls anyway, so.
Oh, definitely.
That's true.
All
That
creatures
soul,
do.
that one soul must have been. Oof.
It's
Sorry
funny
for
because
it.
every time you say that, God gets more disappointed in you, lot, and you are proper children of God. It's so fun. The way the disdain you say that with, every time it leaves your mouth, God's even more disappointed,
Well, I'll tell
and
you
you are
this,
gonna
right?
have to answer the gates.
I'll tell
so
you
it's the joke's on you. Like when you do, I die inside a little bit. I'm like, oh my God,
I will tell you
I'm
this.
so worried for
I
you.
will
lot.
tell you this for free. I'm making God proud in other areas.
Yeah.
So
while
don't worry.
you were telling me
It cancels out.
about what I'm going to be answering for. When
The
I get to
can
heaven.
you imagine?
You. How many offenses did you come and do before you arrived here?
Bro, go and check his tweet from 7 o'clock this morning. That's an offense.
Wild pigeons, 2 to 3 years. Captive pigeons, 8 to 12. Oh, so the ones
Years.
that looked after, they can do a good stretch.
Ew.
Yeah.
So old pigeons. Oh, that's so nasty.
20-something years. That's mad.
That's disgusting. Why are they living that long? What are they doing?
Just being free as a bird.
As in for 2 years?
Dead ass.
2 years goes by quick. I mean, there was lockdown and then...
As a pigeon, though.
not lockdown, they're dead. That's a short time.
As a pigeon, though.
All they do is fly and bother people.
Exactly.
Cool.
And you're just doing 2-3 years of that. To board out your skull. Well, did they have the mini skull?
But they have sex in between, though.
Most pigeons have sex.
They must do.
They must do. How do they multiply?
Wow.
I ain't trying to see a pigeon having sex. That's so disgusting.
Jockey. Well, someone's done it here. Must be the Indian government.
Everything.
Let's get into our actual, please.
Spirit, battling the spirit within me this morning. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, big up you guys. As E-Man said, big up our researchers. Very proud to big you guys up. He sings your praises all the time. So big up our researchers. Big up Babiel.
All the time.
Got that right. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that great stuff. Also, follow us on social media platforms, The Day After TNB on Instagram, Twitter, and on TikTok. And if you want to send your dilemmas in, the number is 075 6484 1073. If you want to inquire about the show, feature on the show, or email Sorry, or send your dilemmas in. The email address is theDayAfter@thenewblack. Happy International Women's Day to everybody, all the lovely women out there,
All the time.
the great women who work hard, you know, doing whatever it is that they do in their various industries. The pick-me's as well, who pose as traditional women. Everybody. Everybody.
You know what?
Everybody.
What is this?
Happy International Women's Day to you.
What's this Tamara thing?
Who's Tamara?
I don't know who Tamara is. Fred, who's Tamara?
Oh, is it
Oh,
that
Nice
thing
Baby
on
in
their
there.
page?
Yeah.
Big up Nice Baby.
All the time, all the time.
Who's Tamara?
I don't know.
They put
Is she
out
in-
a thing. I think someone cheated. I didn't watch it, to be honest. I saw it. I was meant to watch it, but I was multitasking. I think someone came on their episode and cheated on their girlfriend, and she's called Tamara. But I think he was given the story. I could be wrong.
I'm not sure.
I don't have the clip.
Oh.
All right, it's been a fantastic episode.
Bye.
Oh, quickly, watch
Oh.
the fight. It's gonna be around 11 p.m. That's when the main.
Okay, that's not too late.
Yeah.
I might do a.
Watch along.
I'll get Moses to put up a stream.
Oh, yeah, let's
Is
do
it?
that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't watch fights, but I'll do that one.
Yeah, cool.
I could be in the Discord chat while that's going on.
All right then.
All right, slick. Can you send me a reminder, please?
Yeah, I will.
Because then I forget. Then again, I might miss him. Might not gonna phone. Do not disturb. But yeah, guys, have a great weekend, people. See you later.
Peace.